live? It looks like we're live. I don't know. I don't see myself yet. There we go. Okay. I think we're live. Gang, welcome to another Canadian Computer Collector. Hopefully we're live. I, of course, am Dan, the Canadian Computer Collector. Today, my brother and I are going to be building a modern-ish PC. And you'll be happy to know that both of us have gone number 2, and we are ready to roll for the next hour or two as we get this done. I'm just going to take a quick sec to share on socials, because we couldn't get a link until we were live, because we're both morons. But here comes Stac. How's the audio sound?
Fantastic, Dan.
Lovely.
How are you feeling about this computer build today?
So excited that if I hadn't already gone number 2, I might have to go number 2.
You know what? That would be a classic midstream, Dan. And no, not that type of midstream.
So we're doing something a bit newer today, eh?
Yes, we are. We've got a bunch of parts kicking around, and we've decided we're just going to keep doing a bunch of these live streams to turn those parts into computers and free up some space on our shelves.
Right now you can see, Stack, you want to Vanna White some of these shelves for us? We've got...
I didn't wear my Vanna White dress.
Hang on a second here. I'll make this full screen for a second.
I'll touch it for the letter to show up.
There we go, yeah. Very nice. So you'll note we have a short load of parts that are overflowing in the bins. And these also come to us from different builds that we acquire over time and things that either get broken down because the case is in bad shape or the motherboard's dead or whatever. All the extra parts end up in these bins, and now the bins are overflowing, so we got to do something about it.
Yeah, and also in the early days of Dan collecting computers, he would just buy computers and just break them down into their constituent parts.
That's right. Break them down into constituencies. That's right, yes.
Yes, we were gerrymandering computers. And today, we're going to gerrymander an AM4 build together.
You got dang right.
Yeah. We went through and we found like the motherboard and stuff in advance, but there's going to be a lot of going through the parts pile today.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we do have modern tech. Like we are using an AM4 chip. We're going to be using DDR4 RAM. Might not be DDR5, but this is a spare parts build. You know, this isn't meant to be perfect. And we acquired a massive case from a friend of ours who picked it up off of a free group and sent it our way. So very pleased to be able to have that. It's actually a really nice case.
Yeah.
It has a dial on it.
A fan dial.
Doesn't it have eSATA too? Hang on.
Oh, eSATA was the best.
It has FireWire.
Even better.
That's a banger.
Hey, connect some Mac peripherals. What even used FireWire anyway?
Oh, most Apple stuff.
Yeah. But like, okay, so you have a PC, let's say.
Oh, well, you know what? I mean, it is a connector, right? Like maybe there were external drives that use FireWire that you could set up on a machine like that as a legacy storage thing, or if you just wanted to pull old files off it, I don't know.
Fair enough.
I speculate because I cannot educate.
Because I care, you know. I do this because I care.
Sorry, we are still sharing to socials. This will just take another minute.
And while Dan's doing that, I'm going to dig out some stuff that we're going to need, like thermal paste, for example.
Yes.
Also, we wanted to. I know where we can get a M.2 SSD.
Wonderful. Yeah. So the storage part's always the tricky part. You don't want to be using really crappy old storage pieces that have small amount. Like we have a 256 NVMe, and hopefully, what is this? 1 terabyte? Or
I'm not sure.
Do we even know? We have an M.2 that we can use as well.
Well, the M.2 SSD is going to be the NVMe, the 256 giger that's on. If you remember from our boot loops stream, this is the one that, despite hours of boot looping, never actually fired itself up. But we do know that the drive in there is good, so we're going to use that. And get the old iFixit toolkit. Love iFixit. Love what they're doing. Selling Xbox Series motherboards for more than the cost of the brand new Xbox Series. That's not their fault. I'm sure Microsoft dictates the price on that one.
Okay, we are almost done here.
Oh,
good. All right, so do you want to... Oh, we got to put our little feature cam back down here. Do you want to do the unscrewing on the spot here? And we'll just move this out of the way.
Okay.
We can show the people at home what's happening.
Yes, we've got the screw out.
You gotta love every time you make a post from the business side of Meta. They're always like, do you want to boost it? And you're not allowed to say no. You have to say maybe later. You have to say, you're right, Facebook. I'm a stupid idiot.
Facebook doesn't understand consent.
One of my biggest frustrations, Dave, how's it going? Oh, yeah. Hello, boys. Hot cam action. You're GD right. One of my favorite things from the internet, like 5 to 8 years ago, and I say this sarcastically, is all those websites that'd be like, do you want to subscribe to our newsletter? And he would say yes, or basically like, no, I'm a freaking loser. And it was always like, no, I don't want to know about how to win in the stock market, or something like really vague and idiotic. And I always thought that was like the dumbest thing that companies were doing.
Yeah,
Like, you're right. Random recipe website. I'm a stupid moron.
Well, or like when Edge, like Microsoft tries to guilt you, it's like, are you sure you want to use a different browser without even giving us a chance? Like, yes, it's my computer.
Do you want to use a browser? Yes or no? I like to hurt the feelings of others.
Yeah, you're a soulless corporation. I don't care if I hurt your feelings.
wait,
you don't have any. Although,
to flip this.
thanks to
over
ChatGPT, maybe they do have feelings now.
I totally forgot. This is the side of that. There we go.
Okay. You know what's really going to be exciting for this build is I got myself a GTX 1080 that had clearly been put into a 1U server chassis. And so it's got just the most horrifying sounding server fan on it. And luckily, a while back, I bought a pair of GTX 1080 Ti's off of a guy. They were the Zotac ones, and so they had one dead fan on them because that's what happened with those. But he had these aftermarket coolers. So we're going to take one of these coolers. We're going to pop it on this bad boy. And then we'll get some reasonable cooling action.
Sounds good. I just totally realized that our setup goes it goes underneath the chat on a TV version of this. So
Well, then move it over.
if folks are struggling,
I'll
let
just
us
move
know. Yeah.
Somebody already mentioned it last time. How do I upgrade my computer? My hammer doesn't fit. Well, the thing with percussive maintenance is that with brute force, if it's not working, you're not using enough.
And hello, Steve.
Yes. All about the brute force.
Okay, one last share. We have to do X, or formerly Twitter.
The website formerly known as Twitter, yes.
The website formerly known as Twitter. I saw a picture of Jack Dorsey the other day. He was wearing a Satoshi shirt and looked like a total bum. Actually, he looked a lot like my buddy Rory, who's not a bum. He's a very hardworking tattoo artist.
Sorry, remind me again. Who is Jack Dorsey?
The former founder of Twitter, or like former
The actual founder
CEO,
of Twitter?
the actual founder of Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Elon Musk likes to call himself founder of things, but that's not what that means.
Yeah.
He's just the CEO, which
That's
is not
good.
even something to be embarrassed about.
That's right. Yeah. No, you know what? It was funny seeing the thing of Jack Dorsey because it's like, oh, I see he's living his best life in sweatpants and a
Hey,
Satoshi Nirvana style shirt.
when I was the owner of a company, I also lived in sweatpants, so I get it. Although I owned a dodgeball league, so a little different. I was about to buy the Indiana Jones games. I realized I'd have to spend $1,300 to upgrade my PC or $450 on an Xbox. Hey, I'll do you one better. Buy a used ROG Ally. It plays it pretty nice.
I'll also suggest not buying the Indiana Jones game.
Oh, yeah.
just
Buy a month of
do whatever you want.
buy a month of Game Pass.
Jeremy, how you doing?
Just buy 1 month of Game Pass, play it, and then don't use Game Pass for what it's supposed to do, which is deprive Microsoft of money.
And destroy the market.
Okay, fair. You know what? Maybe buy games. Just buy your
Hang on a
games.
sec. Okay, so let's get our case up here just to show people what this thing looks like.
You know, I'll lift it.
Just gonna
given how your
slide
back is
this up onto the Apple II shelf. We do have some Apple in this video here. I'll show you behind our thumb, or not our thumb, but our close-up window. We've got an Apple II shelf. Okay, I'll move the RAM for it. There you go. All right, so this is a really nice Corsair case. Do you want to just throw it on the table for a sec?
Yeah, sure.
Really nice Corsair case. It has a giant window, 2 space-age handles. On the top, we've got a dial, I'm assuming for volume, but maybe it's for contrast. And then up front, we have the lovely vent that actually is on like a pressure click, which is really cool, so that you can pull it off and clean it, I imagine. But we'll put that right back on there for now because eventually we'll get to it, just not at the moment. And this thing just probably predates USB-C, is my guess. But it has 4 USB... What do we got there?
2.
USB 2 ports on the top, and then... What is this?
1 USB 3.
Oh, that's a
super
USB
speed.
3. Okay, I thought that was eSATA again. For
No,
some reason.
blue is USB 3, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
about to ruin your whole day, Dan. I'm going to show you why this case is actually really old. See these grommets on the back? Remember when water cooling had to be run externally?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are these not... Yeah, these aren't for cables, are they?
No, that's for water cooling too.
It is new enough, though, to have power supply on the bottom. So that's something. And actually, really happy that... Oh, no, wait. What am I saying? I was like, I'm happy it has the I.O. shield, but that's not going to even fit the motherboard we're using. So who cares?
Do we have an I.O. shield for this one?
Me. There's a box that would have I.O. shields.
What
on it,
about
so
the...
we'll have a look.
Well, this came in a pretty grody case, didn't it? If I remember correctly.
Oh, Steve says he has the Corsair case. His NAS is running on it. Oh, wicked. That's awesome, Steve.
Nice. How old is it?
Is it externally water cooled?
My Thermaltake level 10 also has those grommets.
Ryan, how you doing? Everything's broken garage. We are going to build an AM4 PC today.
My biggest drives are only 14 terabytes, and I have 3 externals. Oh, only.
Garth, how you doing? DJ Craze, how's it going? Zarudo, what's shaking?
Zerudo.
Yeah, this corner is somewhat presentable. Yeah, there's still junk everywhere. But we got the cash register in this time with the hello light up sign. And actually, many drawers filled with random access memory.
All right. Do you want to go find a CPU for this thing, Dan?
Yes, okay, so I'll pull this box down.
Be careful.
This is probably what we'll use as a cooler.
Let's see. This looks like a Wraith Stealth. That should be plenty for R5 2600, which I know that we have.
Oh my god, there's so much crap on these shelves that it's falling as we do this. Is this the... Yeah, this is the AM4 board. Okay, I'm just going to move that out of the way for a second. And our 1080, this is a GTX 1080 that we're going to put a new cooler on.
All right. Cooleron sounds like the name of like a villain in Transformers.
Cooleron! Okay, so this is our CPU box. As you can tell, it is so labeled. But it has CPUs from every generation. What are we doing? Here we go. We've got like
Slot processors.
Pent 2 slot processors. That one doesn't have a cooler on it.
Where would you even get a cooler for that?
There's a whole bunch. Look at these. You got the little plastic case and the huge fins. But these are the modern ones, I'm pretty sure. Right here.
It's a good thing that this is still
here,
in the
here,
PGA
and
days.
here. Oh wait, and then
Oh, here we go. Right there.
you got a few.
Ryzen 5 2600. Is that the best one we got?
I don't know. And then there's a ton of ancient stuff. There's lots of old ceramic chips in here. I mean, like, a lot of these ones on this side I got from a guy who just handed me a bag. So their pins are all bent and all that, but...
I got a box like that from Randy right before that stuff had any value at all, and I remember I selling the whole box of them for like $50. But
shout
also
out to our buddy Randy, who's been helping us out with some builds lately.
yeah, he's the one who's helped us build the PlayStation 360.
Oh, yeah, this works for cooler. Whoop.
Yeah, so we got our R5 2600 right there. Yeah, we got a few kind of crummy AM4 chips, like a 2200G and a... Oh, what was the... there was like a dual core... Yeah, A4 3400.
Gotta get out of the way here.
Nah, that's very good. We should just put those for sale for like $20 or something. Just get rid of them. We'll never use them.
Okay, let's see what's going on in the chat here. Jeremy, the newest Intel GPU card going for $250 and it would work.
Oh, those are
no
sweet.
sale.
The B580?
Steve says, if I had a water cooler, or no, it had a water cooler when I got it. Don't know the age exactly, but it was old when my friend gave it to me in 2023. Jeremy,
And it had a water cooler, huh? See?
Ryan-
Those grommets are useful.
Ryan says, I just bought 4 AM4 builds for my students to build after Christmas break. They made me get so much RGB.
Nice. RGB is what makes computers fun now. It used to be cool case designs and case mods, and now it's just RGB.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole fish tank design where it's just glass is very popular in Korea right now. And it's because components are what's cool, not the cases themselves anymore.
Jeremy, nope. Requirements need much more than a CPU and a board, and I'm fine waiting. He says, just trying to help. Steve says, I texted you, Dan. All right, well, I'll check that in a bit. Jeremy, you never got back to me on the 10th Intel setup I offered. Yeah, I apologize, Jeremy. I appreciate it, but I think I ended up. I know I haven't emailed you back. I almost emailed nobody back. It's a terrible thing. Like we get offers for in-video ads, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't care about these people. But
yeah, none of this stuff.
I apologize. I just I figured I'm not gonna. I don't think I want to trade actual retro stuff anymore for modern stuff, because modern stuff does go down to 0 pretty quickly. Whereas things like ColecoVision Atom is not going to go to 0, I don't think.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why we're doing all these builds is we want to get some of this more like modern stuff out the door.
Brian says, I am consuming some very Canadian food while watching this stream. Harvey's and CCC, and CCC, a match made in heaven. Well, thank you. Harvey's and Canadian Computer Collector. Hey, I'll have to not ignore that email.
Harvey's makes your hamburger.
DJ Craze. I decided not to go to an auction today. I was seriously considering a broadcast editor VHS unit. It would have been my second, which would leave me one short of a videotape editing station. That would have been pretty cool. Garth says, haha, Ryan. Yeah. DJ Craze, I'm in a commercial break. Oh, sorry to hear that, DJ. You know what? We turned on monetization on these, but it's automatic. So Google figures out when to show you an ad. We did the conservative, or what is it? Like the one in the middle, I think. I don't know. We're not like hardcore showing ads on this stuff, but yeah, I totally apologize.
We got to pay rent.
Good reason to get premium though.
When you turn a literal landmark of your city into a studio, unfortunately, it's not free.
Steve says I'm bad at answering emails too. Oh, okay, Steve just sent us a photo of his setup in that case for his NAS. Actually, this is quite nice. Let's show it to the extra cam. Oh, maybe I need to zoom out a bit so you can actually see that it's a computer.
Doesn't look like there's any bent.
Very nice.
Doesn't look like there's any bent pins.
Steve says I have email disease. I don't know if I already mentioned that, but yeah, definitely. Like I don't know what it is. Sometimes we get back to them, sometimes not. Also, at this stage of our careers in this, when people are like, "Can you make a video that has like a 4-minute segment about a website that sells CD keys?" It's like 4 minutes, man. Like, what are you talking about?
This is the worst part.
It's gonna really tire people out, Like,
also, like, for the amount of money that they're offering, usually, like, why would I go do something that'll turn everybody off?
Like, I'll give you $20 to tattoo cdkeys.com on your forehead, you freaking loser. Like,
I literally had one, and they're like, we'll give you this, like, I think it was a external USB drive or something. I'm like, great. And how much money? Like, well, we'll just give you the drive. I'm like, okay, and $50? Like, oh no, we couldn't possibly. Like, well, if you get me $50, you can't afford to do an ad. I'm sorry, I'm not one of these people who's in my bedroom being like, oh great, I just want to get free stuff. We're doing this because we love it.
Yeah, we actually like genuinely have a passion for computing. While I may not be an engineer myself, I like to chalk it up to the fact that I had rampant ADHD as a child and became a stand-up comedian for a time, and that fed into probably my weird, sometimes poor attitude and led us here to this day. So.
Dan is the Brian Fellows of the computer world.
That's right.
He is not an expert. He is just a young man with a great passion for computing.
That's right. With a 3rd grade education.
I thought it was 4th grade.
Maybe. Hey, that's even better.
I'm Brian Fellows. No, you're not.
Ryan says, don't dox Steve. Steve says, you dox my lack of cable ties. Steve also says, I'll give you $55 to ruin your channel forever.
You know what, Steve? If you want to sponsor the channel for $55, we'll let you.
We'll allow it.
$55, that's the highest offer we've received so far.
Yeah.
We have VPN companies who are like, we'll give you $30 per sign up. Like, literally nobody who watches their channel.
Who's going to click through on that? I don't think many.
If they want a VPN, they have one.
Or they got it from Marcus Brownlee or something.
Oh, yeah, MPHD.
Okay, Jeremy says, I've been thinking about turning that 10th Gen Intel setup into a Hackintosh anyway. Probably a good idea. Although, actually, maybe Jeremy, you could explain or like further elaborate on this. How's the Hackintosh community looking now since support is slowly dying out for Intel? I know it won't run out like in the next 2 years or something, because there's still Intel MacBook Airs from 2020 and I don't even know, maybe 2021, but I know that support is running out, but people also, community curated operating systems come out. I'm sure there's a future for Hackintoshes, but perhaps you can tell us.
And while you guys are talking about that, we're going to put the memory in. So the first thing I did already there, we watched earlier, was the CPU. We lined up the little golden arrow with the almost impossible to see carved into plastic arrow. And then gently put the little arm down. And now we're going to populate the second and the fourth slot. And I'm not going to read the motherboard manual because that's how it's supposed to be done. And if they don't do it that way, then they're wrong.
Also, look at this RAM. It looks like the wings of an eagle.
This was actually
America.
This was a Black Friday pickup from Amazon last year. I remember we got this stuff super cheap.
You don't want to get into politics, but I can say that there has been a looming threat that will become part of America one day. And with all my health problems, I don't think I could afford that. So let's pull for independent nations.
Dan has literally the same back problem that
my
Luigi
God.
had. And I have to say that our healthcare system is probably the reason why Dan's still coherent and functional today.
It's why I haven't shot a CEO, you know? But it's, I had an
The only
MRI
reason.
and a CT scan in the last, 4 months, and I didn't pay a thing. I just showed up and they did it. And I didn't have to argue with anyone. I didn't have to call some company and be like, I swear to God, I'm dying. You know,
You pay taxes. That's it's free, but we get taxed like crazy. But anyway.
yeah.
We now have the memory modules populated. We're going to need to put some thermal paste on. I think maybe we should block this off so that we don't show everybody the very
That's a good idea.
controversial. Actually, no.
It doesn't matter.
Let's
really.
show them how you do it. You have a very interesting way of applying thermal paste.
Well, if the scraper tool's there, I'll get my hands dirty.
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Oh yeah.
That would be a source of pleasure for some, I'm sure.
Actually, you know what?
Oh, there it is.
Rather than use the big one, this one looks like it's already started.
Let's do it. And the little spatula is there.
Is
Dana,
this
how you
spatula,
doing?
Or is it your Petro points card?
No, that is for opening Mac Minis. Okay.
You sure? You sure it's not for
Get the
fuel
H out of the
savings?
way. Here it is. It fell.
I see you kept the barcode intact just in case you want to collect Petro points.
I kept my Arctic thermal paste spatula, and I cleaned it just the other day. Okay, let's catch up with the chat, though. We got Ryan saying, only as a child, Dan, really? Rampant ADHD, that is. Yeah, well, I'm at least medicated now. Dana says, hello. Dana, how you doing? Steve says, ADHD. I don't know what that is. Squirrel.
Yeah, Dan has, I don't know what the HD is, but Dan has 80 of them.
Ryan says Manifest Destiny. Well, hey, hopefully not. Garth says, welcome to American Healthcare. Big laughs from Steve. Ryan says, I wish it was better over in Newfoundland. It's terrible. Trust me, in Manitoba, it's also terrible.
I
James
worked in the
West.
Department of Health at one point.
Trudeau sucks and waiting over a year for a new hip. James West, I 100% agree. Trudeau does suck. And for a massive plethora of reasons.
There's one thing that the left and the right agree on, is that Trudeau is just, he needs...
And I feel
needs
you
to
on the
retire.
back thing, or on the hip thing. My back, I'm probably going to have to get surgery on it. I don't know when that's going to be. I'm sure they'll be like, we're booking into 2029, jackass. You know, like they're
No, they wouldn't tell you that.
they're usually pretty terrible
They'll
about
just
it.
tell you, we'll call you.
The nice thing is you can usually get tests decent time. Sometimes you got to wait a few months, but you don't have to pay for them. The surgeries themselves, sometimes you really do have to wait. Like, actually, it's funny because our dental system is not covered by Medicare, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
had surgery on my face not that long ago because of a dental thing, and I had to pay for that. So
Yeah, your teeth aren't part of your body.
that was like not quite $1,000, but in and
Coke
around
spoon? No, that's what the nails are for.
that.
You ever meet somebody with just that one long fingernail and you're just like, really? Really, man?
Steve says apply 32 ounces of thermal paste. All right, let's get a McDonald's large cup in here to measure it.
Let me just say one fun thing about the Lamborghini Countach. The mirror is removable,
Okay.
like the passenger vanity mirror, because they knew who was buying those cars. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Dana says no matter how you apply thermal paste, it's wrong.
That's true.
Uh,
Speaking of which, Dan, I'll start reading this out. Time to get on to the thermals.
okay, well, I just want to quickly say Jeremy is replying about Hackintosh stuff. He says, I've looked into it. Seems to be alive and well for the time being. There's a GitHub depot with a drive image that has Mac OS, Windows, and Ubuntu 2204. So actually, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it doesn't...
Nice.
I don't think Hackintoshes are going away anytime in the near future. I imagine there will be a time at some point, but probably not for a while, is my guess.
As long as people have a desire for it, they will figure it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? America. Thermal paste. Fuck yeah. Gonna
All right.
cool down the dye. Make
You
sure
don't
it
use your
doesn't heat up.
fingers? How civilized. The GitHub depot is called Project Hackintosh. Well, that's pretty on the nose.
Let's wipe it down and
You
spread
can
it
fit
all
so many
out.
Quaaludes in the back of the Lamborghini Countach. You know, I think Quaaludes might be the one drug in the world that got, like, eliminated.
Yeah, it's interesting how that happened, eh? I didn't
Mhm.
realize that was a thing until I think the Bill Cosby problem.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was Wolf of Wall Street. And I was
Yeah.
like, what the heck are they doing?
Oh, the 80s, as depicted in movies that have Scar in the name. Oh, yeah, like The Lion King. Wait.
And Scarface.
Oh, that's the one. Also,
Scar isn't in the name of the Lion King. He's just
No.
a character.
yeah, your favorite one. Yeah, I like the cutting board workspace. I wanted to use the motherboard box, but Dan says, no, it looks better on the cutting board.
Yeah, the motherboard box is
he's
not
not-
my fave.
But that it shows the people that you always have a spot to work on your motherboard. I've always used my finger to spread paste, says Dana does stuff.
I'm thinking we just use our toes and the nails that we've grown out and never cut as men.
Nice and like kind of yellowed and like with like a chip in it. I want the Hackintosh just so I can experience a modern Mac for once without paying the Apple tax that I can't afford. I mean, or you could buy a Mac Mini.
Oh my God, yes.
I know
Those new
everyone's-
Mac Minis are such a steal.
Everyone's creaming themselves over it, but you know what? This is the stuff that you want to give credit to companies for when they do good things like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The pricing is amazing. The hardware is amazing. And they're starting at 16
Sorry,
gigs of RAM now.
Where's
right?
the LTT build mat? It's actually underneath the cutting board.
And actually, what else is LTT on this set right now?
Well, so we have the Northern Lights desk pad. I'm wearing the Slav suit.
This is the best thing ever. Okay, the first time Stace ever came over wearing his LTT tracksuit, because he has the matching pants as well. I remember I said, what the hell is that? And his first reaction was, well, it's part of our heritage because we're Ukrainian. And I was like, that's not the point. I'm like, that says Linus Tech Tips on it. Where did you get a Linus Tech Tips tracksuit? I didn't realize that they
LTT
sold
store.
a full tracksuit.
It was $30. I was watching a replay of the WAN show. Like, we got tracksuits on sale for $29.99. I'm like, okay, I wasn't gonna spend.
I would buy that for that price.
I wasn't gonna
for the
spend $50 on like this top and 50 on the bottom or whatever. But I'll spend 30 on the pair, and I did, and now I have it.
Oh, I love it.
And I have a dodgeball practice after this, and so I'm gonna be
Right.
showing up in my
He's
tracksuit.
best.
It's very nice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Again, it's this is a part of our heritage. This is a cultural clothing for us.
Oh my freaking God.
This is my culture, not a costume.
Okay.
Speed
So-
suit, according to Dr. Venture.
Hello, Dr. Venture. How many do we have? A lot of new viewers here? I
No,
don't know.
that's Mac 84. I think he's talking about Venture Bros.
Oh, Steve. Okay, never mind.
Esteban.
Esteban.
40. Oh wait.
Garacachama.
84. Right? 80? Is that 80?
Shoot.
It's not like
Piece
French.
of my hair got in the thermal paste.
It's not like French where you're like 4
Oh,
times
no.
20.
The cap is like ruined now.
Good job.
Nothing like particulate in your thermal application.
Mm-hmm. Let's see them squats. You know what they say? Heels to the ground, that's a comrade you found. Heels to the sky, American spy.
I can actually do the full Slav squat. It was really good for my back when I was...
Dan still actually does that pretty regularly when his back's hurting.
Okay. Thermal paste has been applied.
It's also how people use the bathroom in half of the world.
Well, then I guess I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do number 2s all over the world.
Just imagine if you had a knee injury in one of those places where you just squat over a hole. I don't even know what you would do.
Okay, first thing we need to do before we put this in the case is, well, obviously we have to put the cooler on it, but we need to pull the power supply
Oh, we
that's
need to
in
clean
that
that
case
off.
out. Okay, do you want to do that? I'm going to pull the power supply out of the case. I think I might move the cutting board just for a moment. Right behind us, or perhaps onto the bench.
Have I lost the paper towel? I thought I...
No, it's just down here. Oh, yeah, right underneath.
A toalla de papel.
Donde está? I'm a polyglot.
Steve says that thermal paste works better with hair. Good to know. And we need a Slav squat video.
Okay, let's kill this cam just for a sec.
I think the term that we use nowadays is unalive.
Yes. Okay. We have more room now.
That's so much.
That's so stupid. Yeah, you can thank TikTok for that. Idiocy.
People are like, oh, I'm gonna find my way around the censors. Like, you don't think they could just update the censored list of words? It's just set in stone, and they couldn't possibly change it because you figured out a way around it.
Board meeting at TikTok. People don't die, right, guys? We'll live forever. Oh boy! Now. Oh wow, there's a lot of cables in here. First things first, we got a power cable.
Man,
that is
we keep coming across
million.
this exact power supply, the TX750M.
Is this the one? I think this is the one that Steve had in his photo. Let's just confirm.
I wonder if it came with the case, because it's a Corsair case,
so.
right?
Yeah, Steve's got the TX750.
Are we building a PC or a refrigerator? Well, based on how we're going to cool it, definitely a PC.
Yeah, this thing is enormous. Yeah. We're hoping it's got some vibes that people might be interested, because we're probably just going to throw it for sale right after and pay some of the rent with it.
Honestly, this is going to make a great Christmas gift for some kid.
Actually, it would. Yeah, 1080, AM4 setup,
Like,
Ryzen 5.
this thing is going
This
to...
is more of an entry-level Ryzen 5, but it's still
6 cores,
quite good,
12
yeah.
threads. This is going to crush 1080p gaming.
You know, my neighbor's son recently, I guess my neighbor had me replace the video card in his son's PC. And they went from a 1080 to a 3070, but he already had like a Ryzen 7 56 or 5700X or something. I was like, this kid's going to be like killing Fortnite after this. I mean, he probably already is with a 1080, but
Yeah, he's not going to see a great performance uplift, because like when you go from like 200 to 300 frames per second, who cares?
you know what? It's funny because whenever I think of power supplies, I always think of the cable harness in a car and the way it looks when people are installing a wiring harness. And I think, oh god, it looks so hard. And then I think the same people probably look at us putting one of these power supplies in and go, what are they doing? Well, it's just Legos for adults. Who are these idiots? Who I'm sure burp and fart a lot. Okay. Let's get this out of the way.
That is one of Dan's defining features and has been for a long time. I mean, we need to bring back when every
I'm not
video...
just a double chin.
There was a time when you would always say, I can't stop farting. It was like your catchphrase. And I think you should bring that back. Because it's not like you stopped.
Oh yeah, it's not like far from the truth.
Oh, is this thing modular?
Yeah. Well, semi.
Yeah, okay.
Not totally.
I don't get semi-modular.
I'm gonna go suck this thing out with the shop vac. You wanna entertain for a moment?
All right, well, Dan's doing that. I am going to put the cooler on.
I'll get you, cooler on!
Okay, let's orient this. Ba-ba-da-brr. And yeah, why move the camera when you can just move the cutting board? And my buddies and I are planning an old school LAN party for sometime in 2025. I'm talking pre-Pentium stuff. Well, you know what? We did a Windows XP LAN. I know that's not quite as old, but let me tell you, get all of the computers running networked with a game playing between them before you actually have anyone show up. I did like 2 days of prep for this LAN party, and we still spent the first 4 hours troubleshooting. Like, it just actually, not even like a dry run, actually run the computers in anger first, connected to each other. How much snow did you guys get after? A lot. I had to shovel my driveway 4 times in 2 days.
Actually, we'll give you guys a snow cam at some point tonight.
Speaking of Lamborghini mirrors. Okay, how do these things...
I was going to say, too, about the Windows XP LAN. One of the most entertaining parts of it was when we realized that we had a machine that had a generic motherboard without network drivers that were installed, and we could not find them. So we had to put a physical network card in it that we knew we could find drivers for. So we ended up going through like 3 or 4 network cards. Everyone's waiting to play like Quake or like Unreal Tournament, and we're sitting there like, try another one, try another one.
You know, it occurs to me, I've never installed a stock AM4 cooler. I've always used a Hyper 212.
Oh, it's easy.
But we take these things off, right?
I don't think those are supposed to be there now.
Why are they even on the board then?
It
If this is the stock cooler, why are
Let's
these
make
things
sure the
here?
feet line up, but I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, that's the one.
Speaking of LTT, This was our mom's Christmas gift to Dan last year, the LTT retro screwdriver.
Love it.
Because our mom is a big LTT fan. Just kidding. I just chose a screwdriver.
Charlie Geller, how you doing, buddy? The moment I arrive, it's about farts. Yeah, you're dang right.
It's always about farts. That's the secret.
How's the retro arcade build going? I've been following your posts on Facebook.
Snowing in Ohio. Oh, it's only 23 Fahrenheit. That's awesome. It was negative 28 degrees Celsius today and yesterday. My clutch pedal doesn't even come back at full speed.
You know what it was this morning with wind chill? It was, or maybe it was yesterday morning. It was minus 42 Celsius.
Wind chill isn't real.
Oh, wind chill is very. Wind chill should just be the temperature, but
your car doesn't feel wind chill. It doesn't have body heat.
It's so cold, but wind multiplies heat on the human being.
That's true.
Or not heat, sorry, coolness. Cold.
Yeah, like it wicks the warmth away from you. But if you dress properly, it's fine.
Oh yeah, you can definitely dress.
Dress for survival, not arrival. The key to warmth is layers.
Yeah, I should say the next morning after the blizzard, it was minus 42 Celsius. So.
Yeah, you know what's great after a big day of slushy snow is turning it into rock hard ice. That's the best.
I didn't even wash my truck, and to open the doors, I had to pull the door handle and then grab the top and like wrench the thing open.
I had to chip one of the doors on our mom's car open with a toonie. Americans won't know what that is. And then
a $2 coin.
And then when I got in the car, I had to kick every other door open because they had iced shut. I felt like I was in Quebec after like an ice storm, you know? You know what? I'm going to orient this so that the AMD logo is... Oh, wait. That'll get in the way of the RAM. So, okay.
We got to kind of blow out this case a little bit.
Hey, you know, you could snow cam that and just blow it out the front door.
That's true, although it's a big case. Hard to hold, and then...
I can hold it, I'm strong.
Spray out as well. Let's just see how bad it is. I don't think it's all that bad. Oh, yeah.
Good. That's not lined up.
Looks like there's a bag in here.
That's not a very nice thing to say. Neither was that.
Okay, where are the tabs for this?
Tab Cola.
That's a throwback to an era from...
Remember when everybody wanted to be a cola, and then 7-Up is like, we're proudly third place. We're not a cola. We're the uncola. And they have Poofy the Undeer.
This is from a very long time ago.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Maybe some of the older viewers will remember.
Come on, I don't want to break these tabs.
You know, I had an old high school acquaintance message me that they were having trouble installing their AM4 cooler on their first like PC build. And now that I'm doing it, I'm wondering what they could have possibly had trouble with.
Charlie, okay, let's catch up on some chat here. What do we got?
Hey, Chatty Danny.
Jeremy, just imagine being in the middle of nowhere and needing to go poo. All you could find is a porta potty in the middle of a field covered in snow. Wind chill is that same minus 43 Celsius. Yeah, I'd say goodbye to your butt cheeks after that. Talk about hanging the meat in the locker. Oh my god. Charlie, getting there with the arcade. A few more things to go. Planning on doing some painting in there, as there is baby poo yellow wall color isn't the most appealing. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's a recipe for some vom dog. You know,
What's vom dog?
that's street vomit.
The good old Up Dog, Smelly Up Dog, I think was Dan's Steam name at one point, like 10 years ago.
What am I doing? This thing, of course, it pops off. There we go. So
Oh yeah,
what's
all
in
of it
here?
does. All those panels.
We got more power supply stuff and a key for the lock.
Who's got who's got the keys to the Caprice?
So let's just gently tap those back in. There we go. Beautiful. This is a really cool case, actually. I like how
I can't believe it was
the
free.
filters just sort of click in and out.
But it was a very rich neighborhood, so I can kind of believe it. Like when I went to go pick it up, it was like an actual mansion.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
What'd you tell them?
Thank you.
I'll kill you. Okay, we got lots of SATA cables here. These are boring colors.
There we go. That's not. just in case anybody's new to building this sort of stuff, I'm going across trying to make sure that I don't apply too much pressure in any one corner at any given time. You know, just to be safe. Also, like if you just reef one screw all the way down, you can't get the one on the other side in. Like it just doesn't work.
Oh, that's not a USB fan, actually. Okay, we thought there was a USB.
What is it?
Just a USB from the, looks like the front to the back. Oh, jeez. Very strange.
Okay, we have a cooler.
Rizzler.
And now we'll put that onto the CPU fan header, which is right here.
Lovely. Jeremy says, I like that Harvest Gold color from the 70s. That could be the baby poo yellow that we're talking about.
Harvest Gold, that's one way of putting it.
All right, we're going to need some paper towels and Windex.
Paper towels were right there.
Where did the Windex end up?
Oh, jeez. Maybe underneath the sink? You know what? One nice thing about our dad's house being attached to this place is we can just go steal his stuff. Oh, where's the Windex? I don't know. I'm sure Dad has some. We are almost 40 years old and still leeching off our dad. Well, actually, not really. We pay rent for the shop. Anyway, back into the chat. There is nothing new in the chat. All right. Back over to the build. This is actually looking pretty good. I don't want to put a new cooler onto the 1080 yet. But I do think that we're almost at the point where we could just do a dry run and see if we get output.
Let's see if it boots.
Yeah, we've got the
Will
SSD.
It boot? Will it boot?
Will it float? Good reference. Dan was a big fan of the Letterman. And we got our RAM. We got our CPU with our cooler. And we got a graphics card. Let's do this. Or you have to do it.
Do you have a GPU on there?
Right there.
Oh, you're going to pop it on.
Pop it on the box, Luke. Pop it up. You know what? Does anybody remember when they did the HD remake of that?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
God. That was Newgrounds, right? Or was that?
I think it was. I mean, I think it got host on Newgrounds at one point, but it was cracked. I'm pretty sure originally. I was big into Newgrounds back in the day, though.
I remember that.
Oh, I loved Newgrounds. You know, that's actually where Among Us comes from. The guy who did the art for Among Us did the art for a bunch of Flash games. That's why it is the way it is, because that's all he knew how to do.
Interesting.
Yeah. Among Us, a game that was already like out of support when it just became huge in the pandemic, and something like, oh no, we'll support
really?
it again.
I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
realize that.
Oh yeah. It's just a crappy mobile game nobody played anymore.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
How many
kids
fans are
loved
built
it.
into the case? Mine came with a huge one on the top. Says Mac84. There's room for one, but all that came in this one was I think a 120 in the back.
Dana's fan would be large enough, or if that was a 120. It looks like this is a 200, or right?
I have a 200 in my case at home that's going to be coming out when I replace it with an AIO, and I have the AIO.
You mother.
Okay. Okay. And let's start plugging in some power. PCIe. Oh, I hate these little like 6+2s. They're just the worst.
Not that dusty though, which is nice.
The hard drive bays are pretty bad, but you can just wipe those down.
Grommets aren't too bad. I was thinking about the shop bag, but I don't want to do it on the live stream because that's just going to be miserable to listen to.
Yeah, you could do it in the other room if you really wanted to, but
Misery.
that's all right. If there's one thing, Dan's good at, it's wiping.
Okay, let's take this snow can and bring it over here so we can see what's happening.
There we go. Got the little PCIe.
Alright, that's good enough.
Now we're gonna need CPU power. I always forget this one. This is what I'm famous for being like, how come it won't boot? Don't be huffing that canned air. We are watching you. Sorry, but Dan and Towley are basically one and the same.
You know, it's funny. I got home the other day. My girlfriend was watching the Intervention channel on Roku Live TV.
Sorry, the Intervention channel?
Yes.
Please tell me that
was-
Tom Mulaney's stand-up specials on there.
There was a woman who was addicted to huffing like aerosol cans.
Good for her.
You know, very waspy white lady, but it was.
She should just do
I mean,
whippets.
it's not nice to laugh at other people's misfortune, but man, were there some funny moments.
Actually do huff the canned air. It's pure entertainment.
Thank you, Dana. At least there's a bottom line there.
I feel like inhalants are a lot more like normalized over in England.
What, huffing like cans of Pledge?
I mean, more like whippets, like that sort of stuff. You know, nitrous oxide.
That's definitely not what was happening on Intervention.
I know, but it's still an inhalant.
Actually, the craziest one, which, you know, again, I shouldn't make light of it, but
Yeah, you should.
there was a young woman who was who had an eating disorder and was stripping for food because she spent so much money on food. And I was like, that is the first time I've ever heard of anything like that. I felt terrible for her.
Wouldn't
And,
those
you know
things
what,
be
she
kind
ended
of
up
like?
being okay in the end, but I was like,
Wouldn't the more that you end up
Whoa.
like eating, wouldn't it make it harder to strip for food?
I don't know. It just...
Some questions arise. All right, we need a monitor. We need a monitor.
Yes, indeed. There should be LCDs.
I just
There's
put one
right
underneath
yeah.
there. Yeah.
We are also drowning in LCD monitors.
Yeah. You know, maybe we just sell like a whole setup with. We've got like an extra XPG gaming keyboard.
We do have a new one in box. Right
Yeah. We dig up like a mouse. You know,
Stupid plastic.
We're like-
electronics.
give your kid a gaming setup.
Give your kid a hangover. Get him hammered. That's what the kids are dying for. Not literally, but maybe if they overdo it.
Okay.
Be an intervention channel.
Can't believe there's a whole channel.
Well, you know what? Most of those online streaming services are just like one TV show for 24 hours.
You know what's funny about YouTube is they're like, oh, you make a YouTube channel, but if you don't just make the exact same type of content over and over, they don't show it to people. So it's like, this isn't a channel. This is like a YouTube show.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me have a channel and then have like sub shows or whatever on it or like something because your terminology doesn't line up.
And
But
YouTube says, "Get off my lawn."
one thing I will praise YouTube for is actually paying creators. TikTok has been saying they'd pay Canadians since like 2021.
Oh god.
And then they just haven't. Like, no, you guys seem happy making content for us for free.
Why would we shell out anything?
Yeah. Let's see how this thing goes with America.
Hey, if America takes over Canada, TikTok creators could be earning and burning.
No, then aren't they like forcing TikTok to sell or something?
I am not sure. I haven't been following that as close.
I don't really pay attention to TikTok.
Not a big TikTok guy.
My brain's rotted enough as it is.
Not a big TikTok guy because I am in my 30s, probably.
That seems to be all the people who are into it now. Old people have invaded the platform.
That's always how it goes. It takes a while, but we get there. Oh, we get there.
Yeah. And then the kids just move on to something else.
6 years from now, I'll be like, what's all this about?
Maybe they're on like Be Real or something. I don't
TikTok pays you an exposure. Exposure to garbage. RS Matrix with the dunk.
know. Ayo.
All net, baby.
Nothing but net. That's a no wiper.
I'm wiping all right.
Where's
so
the
wouldn't be me.
keyboard combo?
I haven't pulled any keyboard or mouse out yet.
Oh, just a little combo one.
Oh, that? Yeah, that's right here. My lord.
What the heck is going on? Oh, that's just a monitor. I'm like, there's a big black spot on the screen.
Turns out I just set it up.
Yeah.
This is the fun
Okay.
part. Wiping the dust off of the used case.
Oh,
And
yeah.
in this case, I'm not going to be too worried about it because it's pretty clean already. We're just going after some of the more obvious stuff. And let me tell you, whoever buys this probably won't care. They just won't even open it. And if they do, there'll be a little message in there that says, close the door or we'll kill you.
That's a big thing for us. It's just threatening death.
Dun, dun.
Oh, right. I need to short. Pretty sure I read on the Bard. That's
On the Bard? A Bard's Tale? A Bard's Tale! That's a great Canadian title to speak. Or a great title to say as a Canadian, because you can really hit the Bard.
Oh, you're not going to have a flashlight with you at all times. Yes, I will.
So case is pretty much ready to rock once we get a successful test of the board.
Power on, that might help. Ooh, look at that little orange thing.
Ooh, we got some underglow. Hannah sick. Oh, it's alive.
Oh yeah, listen to that server fan. Classic.
That's what this is? Oh
Yeah.
my
A
god.
one-use server fan.
Zip tied to the edge of the 1080. Did we show everyone that?
I think so at some point.
You can't quite see, but this is a tiny, it looks like two 20 or 30 mil fans almost. They're definitely not 40s. We worked with 40s before.
Okay, doesn't look like we're getting any output on that. So let's try the HDMI, as the Brits would say.
H. Oh, you know what? What's up?
These cards don't usually like to sag. Can you put it off and on? There we go. I'll just hold it up like this. 1080s are really sensitive.
Did I hit that too soon? It just started without jumping it. Oh, hang on. Is something happening on the monitor?
Don't think so. Not from what I'm seeing. I think it turned itself off.
Okay.
Power saving, perhaps.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
How did I? There we go.
You're trying display and HDMI?
It's just auto shuffling through them.
Oh, DP maybe?
Maybe this isn't the smartest move. You want to turn it off?
Yeah.
I'm going to take out the display port one. Like, go. Drop it. Okay.
Try it again.
Give her the juice. Pass the OJ, because I got juice. To the left of the dead one.
Hmm?
So there's like an empty pin on the top, and then just short out the two to the left of that.
This is what you used last time?
Gotta just hold it. And,
Which one were you
yeah,
looking
I'll
at?
just do it. These two guys right here. Oh, you want to maybe just read? It says right below which ones it is. There you go.
Come on.
If this doesn't work, I'm gonna try a different graphics card and then go from there.
Wunderbar. The Wunderbar. Okay, we are up for anyone who's just joined. We are just testing out our hardware right now. It looks like we're kind of running into a display issue with this 1080. Oh, mind you, Stace loves to buy the 1080, so it needs some love. That's not a bad idea, but we're not too sure what's going on with this one. Does this board have onboard graphics?
No.
Or
Well,
does
it
this
doesn't.
chip have them, maybe?
It does not.
No, okay.
You know what? Turn it off for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I do have an idea. Let's start off with just a single stick of RAM, and we're going to move it into a different slot.
Okay.
There we go. Because it does seem like there's an implication that you populate slot number 1. We don't have the motherboard manual here, otherwise I would have just read it.
DJ Cray says, I'm back. Windows forced a restart for some update or something. That is always fun. Thank you, Microsoft, for forcing the hand.
Okay.
Ready?
Give it the old flickaroony.
Read it. Read it. Dip, dip, do. Yeah, you know what? It only likes the worn down part of this.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I miss? Nothing too exciting. A lot of talk about wiping, and right now we're just testing out our hardware. So we've got the board assembly together, but we're just troubleshooting why we're not getting a picture right now. So, of course, it could be RAM. Of course, it could be the graphics card. We are trying to determine that at the moment.
It's
Looks like we're still not getting anything. There's definitely power to the GPU.
Well, I'm going to grab a 970 that we have in the box.
Yeah, let's eliminate the graphics card as a... maybe we should pop the RAM back into the original spot, too.
We'll do that if this doesn't work.
Okay.
We'll just do one variable at a time.
Steve, I shared this video on my social, so that broke it. I'm sorry. Of course. The New Jersey Devil. Okie dokie, Mr. 1080. So this is a 970, right?
Yes, indeed.
And we believe that that one's confirmed to work.
I think so. Oh,
what's this PRAM? DBV? What is that? Double breast? Okay. I'm not gonna...
Calm
down. My goodness.
This is a Chungus. Chungus Wombus.
Tell you, man, I put a recumbent exercise bike for free on Facebook Marketplace. And some guy's like, oh, I'll come get it on Friday. And I was like, all right, sure. And then everyone else that's messaged me afterwards like, do you even really want to get rid of it? And I'm like, shut up. Like, what? It's free. Like, well, because I didn't respond immediately. And they're like, I'm like, trust me, I'm the one doing you a favor right now. So you can keep your sass in your frass.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, Dana says, looks like a Borg prop from 1987 episode of Star Trek Next Gen sitting on the table. Which one's the Borg prop?
Maybe this thing?
Oh. Or are you talking about the case on the workbench in the back? DJ Craze, no picture on the screen. Look in the back and see if the picture tube is lighting up at all. And if not, check to see if the cap is on the back and the anode is connected. Whoops, flashback. Well, I would, but we're using a LCD, so I don't believe there would be a picture tube, correct? Dan says it's black with lots of hoses. The whole kit isn't caboodle. Oh yeah, no, this you mean the power supply and all? Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. The whole thing does look like it. Jeremy, do you have an AMD RX 580 card there? I don't think so.
Oh, I wonder if this slot's maybe a little fucked up.
Really?
Well, it just kind of seemed like it popped out when I put pressure down on this side. So we can always try the other slot down on the bottom if we have trouble.
Stack, we don't have an RX 580, right?
Not handy. I hate those things.
Mike Thompson, is it plugged in? Yes, it is. Yeah.
I can't stand the RX 580. I've never had good luck with them. They always have weird behavior.
And hello, Mike. Welcome to the stream. Unless you've been watching for a while.
No, right. Not hello.
Well, you're still welcome. Have you tried turning it off and on? Thank you, Dave. That's excellent advice.
The other thing I'm wondering too, if maybe it's one of those times where you just have to let the thing like train memory or something. You know?
Okay, we got it. It sensed that connection immediately.
Hey, that's good news. Although I was really hoping the 1080 was going to be in good shape.
Yeah. Well, hey, why not? Well, we should try the 1080 again afterward and just make sure it was seated properly. Mike, hello from Michigan. How are you guys doing for snow in Michigan right now? I imagine you're probably getting some near the Great Lakes. Motor City.
Snow and oh no.
Home of home improvement.
It works.
Okay, it does work. All right.
We detected a new processor which will change the data structure of the storage space for firmware TPM. Blah blah blah. Press Y to reset FTPM if you have BitLocker encryption enabled.
Press F to get.
Press N to keep previous FTPM and then continue system boot. FTPM will not enable a new processor. You can swap back to the old processor to recover.
Garth post. Yep. Hit it with a hammer.net. Woot.
All right, you want to press a button on
Mike
the keyboard?
Mike says it's happening here.
Nah. Press N.
Oh, N?
Hey, hey, hey.
I don't think it's doing anything. Do you want to take it?
No, it's
What? The screen didn't change. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, press F1 to run setup. Yeah, because you're watching the TV, which is on a delay.
Okay, so take this. Yeah. All right, so we do have video. The board is working, obviously, with the 970.
I paid a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money, but like $100 for this car.
Okay, well let's try it again though. Let's make sure that it wasn't just seated improperly, right?
I'm gonna put the BIOS to defaults, which is always a good idea. Load optimized defaults, yes. Okay. I don't think the 1080 cares about resizable bar. I have not made any changes to the BIOS. Well, that's good news. You wouldn't want to make any changes. All right. I was really hoping the 1080 would just work, but Okay, we'll reset the FTPM then, if that's what you really want. Scop-a-doo-bop is skibbity-bop-and-doobie.
Yeah, magic. American Pie.
Oh no, that was. I think that was the first time I cringed watching a movie.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay, that was one of the most physically uncomfortable scenes of my entire youth. Just watching that guy scatting in jazz singing class or whatever.
But to be fair, if that's all it took to get Tara Reid to like
it was Mina Suvari.
I'm not above it.
It was not Tara Reid.
Reboot and select a proper.
It was the
device.
forehead.
Maybe we actually don't have anything installed on this. Where's our Windows 10 installer?
Might be one over here.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah.
There's more of them too, isn't there?
I think the Windows 11 one's at my house right now because I was trying to.
Who needs Windows 11? Windows 11 is for charlatans.
Okay, turn her off.
Okay.
We'll try the 1080 one more time.
Dana's heading home. Says, catch you later, gents. If you're still streaming when I get home, I'll be watching from the couch. Dana, you better be.
We'll still be streaming.
And thank you for tuning in the meantime.
You will catch us midstream.
And we'll catch us midstream, and we're not talking urine, girl. Oh, we got a NETAC DRAM module.
I wonder if I just didn't have it pressed all the way down into the PCI Express slot?
Okay, I've never seen that movie. Most of the time I watch YouTube or maybe Japanese TV crap. YouTube's spinning another commercial at me, this time for that ad blocker. I'm so sorry, DJ Craig.
Sorry, it's advertising an ad blocker to you?
That is the ultimate irony. Maybe we should let Larry and Sergey know that they're actively advertising against their own brand. Honestly, I couldn't encourage people more to use an ad blocker, and I'm sure now we'll get demonetized for that, but you saw what they did to our homeboy Linus, am I right?
I took the video down?
Remember he made a video about ad block?
Yeah, and then they took it down.
Yeah, they screwed him.
My understanding is that they went like full scorched earth on the video as well, like even took it off of their private one.
Yeah, they probably phoned him too and were like, we have your wife in our scope.
Oh no, Yvonne.
We're going to put a bullet through your window. More than half the ads I get are for the ad blocker. That is very interesting.
I love that YouTube's like, yeah, no ad blockers, but they can pay us to advertise.
YouTube's like, here you go, homeboy.
That's how you know that they don't actually like vet their advertisements.
You're totally sure it's all in there?
I mean, you're welcome to.
Let's see.
Give it a once over. A once over.
Yeah, nothing is preventing it from being in there. It is very wobbly, though. You're right about that. Was the 970 wobbling?
I don't remember, but I don't know if there is like sensitive to it.
Okay. Well, let's hang on. We'll just prop it up with a little piece of plastic or something. Oh, that didn't quite reach.
I can just hold it like this. It's fine.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Underglow. Engage.
That's illegal. You want to go check the monitor? I don't think we're getting anything.
Yeah, it doesn't look promising. Where's power on this?
It's on the back on the nipple.
Oh, that's nice.
On the right.
Oh. Oh, hey, there's Dad's home. Are we on HDMI?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to try the other slot, and if that doesn't work, then we can just give up on this card for now.
Sure, yeah. No, that sucks. That's too bad.
Yeah, it is.
Who'd you get it from?
eBay.
Oh.
And it was way too long ago to file a claim.
Leave some negative feedback.
What are you guys working on?
Well, we're trying to build a PC in this giant white case, but we're doing it with parts shelf parts. And so not all of them are perfect, but
What the heck is
we're
this?
trying. What's that?
There was like a just piece of like debris on the.
Oh, maybe that was.
Yeah, that might have been it. Well, let's just try the
Let's
other
see.
60 next slot. Is there room for it here?
Welcome, Dad. Y'all remember Dad?
Am I in there?
Oh, yeah, you gotta come at least behind the laptop.
Okay, fire it up.
Give the people a wave.
Hey, CCC Dad, says Garth Beagle.
If you can see me there.
He makes the magic happen. Yeah, so this is the real-time one right here.
All right. Well, this is real time.
After you knocked it, it turned off.
Oh, weird. Oh, no, it's just... That was very strange. Okay.
What are these coolers?
That's that's like a heat sink, and these are... They're supposed to be something like this on top of it, but this one has these tiny little fans strapped to just blow cold air that way. Hey, Fatherly Computer Collector. That says Steve, and yeah, CCC Dad from Garth. I don't know. I don't think we're
Try the other display.
getting what
ports.
we want here.
You're not. Okay.
He looks like Garth's long-lost Canadian brother.
Okay, can you give her one more? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, is it doing it?
Is it action?
Is it just detecting but not outputting?
Give it a reboot. I think we might have something here.
Oh.
It might have a dead couple ports on it, in which case
It might also be that you cleared that debris on the 1080.
Could be.
Okay, let's see. Underglow engaged.
Indeed. Let's go.
There we go. Okay, that's weird that it's doing that fake startup again.
Well, you know what? Let's give it a minute and see what happens. And if that doesn't work, we'll move it to the other PCI Express slot. And if that doesn't work, we give up on the card.
And we'll just push forward the 970 and we'll put something better in it after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
How's the viewership?
Let's see, what are we at? We are at 13 watching. I think the highest we hit was like 16 or something. I don't know. Small potatoes for now. No potatoes.
All right. Yeah.
It really didn't like starting up in
Good
this
power.
slot, so let's try moving it. 1 sec.
I also
Until the
wonder-
underglow fades. There we go.
I also have to wonder if maybe this power supply isn't enough for this. No, that wouldn't be it. 970s are
750
50 bucks.
should feed a 1080.
maybe.
I did power supply calculations for the neighbor's son's PC, and we
Okay,
even said
fire
with
it
a
up.
3070, 600 watts was going to be enough. All right. Please, for the love of God. Here we go, gang.
There is one way to test it. We do have two 1080s brand new in box. We could check to see if one of those works on this.
Those don't have the cooler plugs, though, right?
Oh, did they get broken off?
Well, I think they were removed because they were going to... I can't remember what they were going to do with them. I think it's because they were water cooling.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? And it was those ones for sure?
Do you want to grab one of the 1080s
Sure.
in the box? I mean, worst case Ontario, we just turn it off right away, right?
Well, I mean, the...
Damn, not anymore.
It shouldn't get so hot that it's a problem.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Let's just make sure this is on. Yeah, we may have to get Randy in here to help us resolder those coolers onto those 1080s. We also have my neighbor's kid's 1080 that he said he'd sell us for a good deal because I did.
Oh,
the
yeah,
swap for him.
actually. Maybe we go down that route.
If it works, yeah, we could definitely do it. Well, you know what we do then? If these truly have to be water cooled, then we either
Well, do we have-
sideline them and
Air coolers for
yeah, but I don't. Oh, I wonder if that would work. Let's have a look. But I know that when we got those from Dave, he said, "Oh yeah,
Oh, it's got a water block on it right now.
yeah." But I know we could build this with the 970 and then just pop the 1080 on there if we get one from my neighbor.
Is this a 1080 or 1080 Ti?
1080 on the box.
Okay. Oh yeah, 8K.
Ah!
And where was the connectors that were the problems on it? I thought they were like right here, right?
Yeah, aren't they these 4 pins?
I think one of them was broken.
Oh, okay.
Like, let's look at the other one real quick.
You got it with you? Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this sucker.
Garth Beagle says what? What was he saying what about?
What's that?
Oh, you wanna
Oh. You're saying what, I think, to
what?
Dad looking like a Canadian version. Or a brother of Canada.
It's almost like we both have half of his DNA. I think this might be.
This one's all blocked up too.
Oh no, these blocks are gonna have to come off. Look, they're corroded.
Okay, well, let's do that now then. Ooh, brother, what is that?
Ooh, brother.
Well, one of us could work
Yeah, see,
on
this looks
these.
fine too. I think it's just the stock cooler on one of these things that had.
Well, could we maybe...
I don't see
fill
any
one of
reason
these
why
in?
not.
All right, well, let's try that. That sounds pretty good.
How bad's the corrosion in that one? Looks fine. Let's do this one. It seems more urgent.
Okay. Okay, I'll free the beast. Are there steps that...
Yeah, so look, here we go. This is what we're looking at. This is, I think, what they were talking about. See, this one is broken. What about on the other one?
Oh, yeah, the wiring.
It's only one wire.
I don't think you've got it in front of you. Oh, no, here it is.
Yeah, so I'll show the people what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, this one's got it, too.
Yeah, they both had one wire pop.
Well, these we could fix down the road.
That's going to be a super easy solder.
But, in the meantime, we have those aftermarket 1080 coolers, right?
Yes, we do.
Aftermarket, he's our hero. Gonna take requirements down to... They're gonna take the budget down to 0.
So far, we haven't spent any new money on this build.
Pistachio123 Law. I have a Ryzen 5 5700G. Integrated graphics work very well for what it is. Oh, we had a G chip too. We have a
Wire,
2800,
just
I
use
think.
some duct tape.
Mike says zip tie. What else was there? Ryan says saving Garth's brother. All right. Let's move this abomination over slightly.
Just pop it out. We don't... Like, that card is off the table now. For reals.
Okay.
Literally, too. I'll go put it...
It will be. It will. It will.
That bugs me.
You should email that seller and be like, "You want to die?"
I could email him, but at the same time, it'd be like, dude, you bought that thing like
That's very true.
8 months ago.
Oh my god.
No.
Did not realize it was 8 months ago.
Oh, I think it might have. It was a. Pretty sure I was still in a relationship at the time, so it was at least 6 months ago.
Yeah, good man.
Mm-hmm. Duct tape. I don't see red green here. Well, red green's a part of our heritage, so
Yeah.
just like the slap suit.
But it from a different background. He's our Canadian heritage.
Possum Lodge.
Same with Harold, that freak show.
Is that
I think
the-
Harold was actually the producer or something.
Yeah.
Can't
Well,
remember.
on the show, he was the producer.
Okay, we've got some thermal pads from the bottom.
Okay, good.
And off to the top here. So I'm assuming...
You know what? Let me just get this stuff off the table so you can work. Actually, here. Let's get you a little more on camera.
Can I just pop this? Oh, wait, hang on. There's a couple more here.
The 970 is like, put me in, coach. I'm ready.
The 970 is a turd Ferguson
Classic reference.
that hates freedom.
Yeah, this guy hates freedom.
Mike says his spirit is here. You're talking about red green for sure. Jesus Christ, I've seen quite a bit of Canadian TV over the years. I'm so sorry to hear that. Not even Canadians like Canadian TV.
That's why we're forced to have it.
Yeah.
CanCon.
It's legally mandated. There is literally a government department that requires Canadian media producers, and this is why they're in a partly why they're in a big fight with online platforms right now, to have a specific percentage of Canadian content, and Canadian content can be defined in a number of ways. One of them is if it features music from a Canadian performer, it was shot or filmed in Canada, or if the cast or production crews are Canadian. There's a number of different things there. But it has to be like something like 30% of all of your media has to meet CanCon requirements, is what they call it.
I
And
thought it was 50, but I could be wrong.
most Canadians are just like, we're tired of this. Like,
Well, it's like on the radio. That song "Heartbreak Back" has been on there for 6 years because it's Canadian content.
Our Lady Peace. That was another example. We talked about them on the last live stream.
And more of
Wow.
the whole CRTC CanCon music. Yes, 30%.
Here we go.
Okay.
Card has been freed.
That is,
Freed Akalo. And then here's some
won't
more.
you fly
Here's the.
high, free card.
Here's the thermal tape from the bottom. So if you, oh my god, all the screws are sticking to it.
Just leave it on the bottom.
You don't need this for the other cooler?
No, I mean like so that you don't lose it and it's easy to peel off of there.
Well, I was going to get rid of the water block because we're done with it.
Yeah, but if you need a spot to rest it.
Why, okay, you're going to put the other cooler on this, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess.
Okay, let me clean the paste off this so it can be repasted.
Don't we need like the heatsink portion of it?
Where's that? You don't have that?
Was that?
Wouldn't it be on one of these?
Well, let's
How
see
does
what
that
this
work?
is.
I don't know.
Oh, this is a heatsink too. I've never actually put an aftermarket cooler on a GPU before. They've always just been fine. Dan's got Freebird in the head now. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. Look at all these.
Okay, that's a bit of a kit.
Okay. Oh.
Or as the British would say, got a nice piece of kit there, mate. Oh, hey, speaking of terrible accents
Hello.
from Commonwealth countries, hello, Bruce.
Hello.
Our other Australian friend Charlie was with us earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here at the moment, but glad to have the Australian connection, you know? Bruce is one of the original homeboys who I would say, in a way, gently took me under his wing in the beginning. Same with Steve and all the guys from Mac Yak. They believed in my crass, belchy approach to
Look at
working
all.
on old technology.
Look at all these little guys. What's all this stuff for?
Bruce is a real one, let me tell you, folks.
Yeah.
And he's also a patron. If you'd like to join our Patreon, you can join for $1 a month or more if you so please. Also, we should make a shout out. I can't remember who it was. Increase their monthly
SShrek.
Patreon. Oh, it was SShrek. I love SShrek. Let me tell you. I don't know who that is. SShrek or Shrek. Thank you so much for going from $1 to $3. You made 2 Canadian turds very happy.
Oh, so Accelero Extreme. Can you pass me a piece of paper towel?
Yes,
Yeah, I
indeed.
got a little,
Okay, do you
grease.
want to do this here so
Yeah.
that we can make it visible to the...
Well, I'm going
The
to
others?
just read the instruction set real quick because there's like literally 30 parts to this.
Yeah, well, I'm just
Yeah.
going to get this out of the way. We can unload onto the cutting board. If you so please.
Okay. Watch the website not even be up anymore.
So here's what we're using. It's an Arctic aftermarket GTX 1080 cooler. 3 fans. Rad, and... or heat pipe and heatsink. So this will fit probably just like that. Or, yeah, that's the only way that's going to go.
yeah,
that's
I
for
think
sure.
that this user manual might not be online anymore. Let's try the QR code.
How is this going to connect? There must be a bracket in that kit.
Oh, this right here.
Oh, okay. That goes underneath?
Yep. The user manual for this is no longer online.
Oh, good.
Okay, that's great.
Wait, okay, that will fit. I'm just trying to line up the holes. Although I don't know what kind of screw that uses. That's tiny. The holes on this are a lot smaller than the holes on this.
Yeah, but
Must be a little in between.
yeah, here's the little tiny screws.
Right, but those aren't going to lock in, but they'll lock into this, right? This is what we're using. Oh, these are 2 different pressure plates, I guess. This one must go around. This one goes underneath, perhaps.
What's it called? The Arctic Accelero? See if I can find like a Internet Archive version. Accelero Extreme 3 manual.
I don't love that. That doesn't quite line up that way. Let's try this way. And it doesn't quite line up that way either.
You know what? I have another idea.
Woo!
I have another idea, and hear me out on this one. We put the stock air cooler on without the fans enabled, and we just don't run it under load, and we just fix the one broken cord at a later date.
Sure. Also, in the name of time, though, we may want to just build this with the 970 and then swap it.
Oh, hold on.
You know what
I
I mean?
think I found the manual.
I just had a thought. Even though anime comes from Japan, there are 2 large studios in Canada that produce the English dub of many shows. Does that mean that qualifies CanCon? Good question. I don't think so, but maybe. I can't quite say. Oh, look at this.
Christmas questions.
Okay.
Kristen.
She watches it sometimes, so don't come on camera with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This hat or this hat?
That one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
So this says it works with RTX 2080 Super. Okay, impressive.
I'm just worried about fit.
It doesn't look like 1070.
1080 Ti.
It only works with the Ti. Okay, well then we put on the original air cooler, and that's what we'll do. Do you want to build? We'll build it with the 970 and fix it with the. We'll fix
Yeah,
these
if we
things
still
at
have
a later
time, we'll do this and swap it out. But
Okay.
I'm going to get rid of the water block.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw this on top of the card.
This is the Accelerio.
Throw this card
As if
over
it's
here.
only for the 1080 Ti. That's wild.
Is it only for TIs in the 10 series in general, or that's what it looks like? Oh yeah, or 1060 Titan X. Woo. Woo. Here. Get to this. All right, so in the name of time, we're gonna pivot to the 970 and build it with that, and then we'll see how we're doing in future. Throw a 1080 in there, whether it's from my neighbor or one that we already have. Who knows? But you know what? Here, can I throw those in that box too? These came off the old card, but they have little grommets. Awesome.
Shouldn't that have gone with the
Let's get the board back.
box that?
Well, I didn't put any of that in the box, but there is no box for it. Where's that 970?
Over there on the table.
Woo! I'm Will Smith.
Wero Smith.
Get my wife's name.
How dare you?
Okay. Let's throw in the 970.
And this is why you test components before putting them in the case.
This is very important. Solid advice.
Muy importante.
Okay.
All right.
That's in.
Just a thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
So that's
it's
DJ
nice.
Craze. Yeah. Did you see that Bruce said it's because you made them all laugh?
I did not see that. Let's see that. Hang on.
You made us all laugh.
Oh, well, excellent. Thank
and
you, Bruce.
we believe in CCC.
Mucho amore.
I'm glad, because Al Gore's rhythm doesn't seem to believe in us all the time.
Oh, God. What do they say about Al Gore in Silicon Valley? Like, then you turn into a sad politician who tours the world showing everyone disaster porn.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. 970's in. Do you want to do some setup, or should we throw this in the case because we know it works, or what do you think?
Yeah, might as well put it in the case. We know it works.
Okay, so I'm going to actually unplug it then. Yep. So let's start the case build. I'm going to pull that over here and throw it on its side.
Okay, while you're doing that... Actually, can you pass me the Strix box from the top there?
Mm-hmm. She got some weight to her.
Yeah, when we do that water-cooled build, though, especially since one of those water blocks is ruined now, we actually probably should just salvage one of those cards for this machine. Because, also, like, nothing uses SLI anymore. You can't run dual GPUs in, like, any game.
Well, then let's see what we can do with that 1080.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that.
And if it's one wire to resolder, then, like, that shouldn't be hard.
One ring to rule them all.
Never try and make sense of the algorithm. Just enjoy it when it works in your favor. Yeah, it's worked for us once with the first things to do with your new gaming PC video. Which
Been hauling.
I'm gonna
Putting
have
in
to refilm some of the parts, like just the screenshots. Now that Windows 10 is going away, just do Windows 11 screens and then just upload the same video, but for Windows 11.
Let's see if we can. I may have to do some camera trickery here.
Oh, for starters, what are you doing?
Oh, wait, no, that's not what I want.
Trying to undo the crop?
Yeah.
Drop him off the crop, Luke.
God. All right. That's a bit better.
Hey, look at all those grommets.
Oops. Oh, no, that was the wrong screen. Sorry, folks who are watching at home.
Call me Wallace, because it's all about the grommets.
Well, at the moment. All right. So this is the USB that's...
Hey there,
pushed out the
grommet.
back. I find that really weird. I'm not a huge fan of that. Just
Yeah, what is that?
cable coming out the back. There's even a little piece for it.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. Why do...
Oh, was there a fan controller maybe at some point that was connected to that?
I don't know. Je ne sais pas.
Yeah, that's really, really odd. Steve, do you know why there was a USB cable just hanging out the back?
I can't believe you done this.
I wonder if it maybe powers the fan controller or something?
Ugh. I think I have more of these kind of perforated style pieces. Where did that screw go? Did I miss it? Where's that screw at? Did it go underneath?
Couldn't tell you.
There
There
it
it
is.
is.
Woo. Okay. We be jamming.
In the name of the Lord.
I wanna jam, I wanna jam, I wanna jam it, I wanna jaminate it from your...
Oh, we should also put in the second stick of RAM at some point.
No problem. Actually, you wanna do that now before we put it in, or?
Where is it?
They think the jamming was a thing of the past. I wonder if maybe this would be a good time to move this over to the other side.
Where?
No.
No, people's chats.
It's just, I'm going to make it a little smaller then, now that we've
Okay,
decropped.
where is the...
There we go.
Where is the motherboard? Oh, there it is.
Woo! Okay. We believe in CCC. Thank you, Steve. DJ Craze, was it because CKLW 800 was targeting the U.S. market back in its top 40 days? You know what? I couldn't even tell you. I'm not sure. I don't even remember when CanCon laws were introduced. I know we went through this when I was in college because it was a big part of it. But
when we worked at Shaw, CanCon was the thing.
oh, CanCon's been around for decades. I just can't remember what sparked it. Oh my god, that's another removable panel. That's killer. Okay, so you have the Movo. You want to bring it over? Bring it over. Oh wait, there's screws that have to come out of these standoffs. Man, whoever gave this case away was quite diligent about how they took care of everything, including all the parts. Very nice. Let's get our Mastercraft magnetic bowl going.
Yeah, buddy.
Right here. Canadian Tire, what's up?
Oh man, the Motomaster Eliminator from Canadian Tire. Remember that like Canadian Tire guy in commercials? Like, did he need to be so smarmy?
Well, I haven't seen a Canadian Tire commercial in a long time.
Hey man, can you be smug about buying the cheapest of all power tools?
We're looking to demean our customer base, but we don't want to spend any money on development.
Yeah, that sounds right.
We'll just hire a guy to make them feel stupid. It's not our problem that we're not inventing new things. It's your problem.
So I'm very hungry, so I need to eat a Dollarama Island bar.
Oh, I'll allow it. Judge Judy. Okay. Standoff plate is already removed. This fan's cable has been tucked. Let's throw this board in. There we go. Sitting on the two little spiky standoffs there. Did I pull that thing out? No, I didn't. There we go. We need those screws. Obviously. My balls. Okay, now let's put the screws back in.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a standoff there? There better be a standoff there. It better be bits.
Kibbles and bits.
That's right.
Now that like I basically don't watch commercials anymore, what do I even quote?
When you're walking down the street and you're feeling something.
Diarrhea. Man, diarrhea songs. What was
That's
whatever generation made
elementary
those a thing.
school, I think. That's what that is.
Oh, I think that's like our mom's generation when the funniest thing in the world was like a little song that you would repeat.
I don't know. I mean, if the diarrhea song was passed down from a different generation.
When you're riding in a Chevy and you feel something heavy.
That's right.
Diarrhea. Where do you think we learned it from, Dad?
I thought we heard it at school. I don't think Mom was telling us songs about diarrhea when we
I
were
mean,
kids.
that does sound like our mom.
Does it? She doesn't even like it when we talk about farting.
Yeah, but when we were children, she thought it was funny and she thought we were going to grow out of it.
This is a memory I do not have. I'll trust you.
Well, I just always remember her with like the silly songs. Ha ha ha.
Oh my god.
Some say the Boyd's is on the wane. No new chats.
Oh, yeah, no new chats. Okay, we're good.
It's
We're
like
good.
when you know when you go somewhere and you're not gonna look at your phone for a while, like an escape room or the pool or whatever, and you get out and you're like, yeah, I must be missing so many messages. And you open your phone and there's just a single notification.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, no one loves me.
Okay. Isn't that funny how motherboards sometimes don't mount totally at a 90-degree angle? Like if you look, this screw is touching the PCB and this one is not. But everything is tight. Toit as a toiga from the worst Austin Powers movie of the three.
Yep, the last one usually is, because if it wasn't the worst, there would have been another.
It's when the concept is getting tired.
When an actor starts playing more than one role, that's usually a problem.
When the story's getting tired and the actor should be fired. Diarrhea. Oh, you got a little thing on your jacket, eh?
Oh, shoot.
Is that a tuft or is that...
No.
Oh, here, don't pull it.
Yeah. Give him the old snipperoni.
No, not the Linus suit. Okay.
I knew what I was doing, wearing my cultural clothing around the workshop.
Your cultural clothing. Oh my god. Okay. Graphics card going in. We got the 970. Just temporarily holding it down so that we can install Windows and, you know, do what we need to till we get a 1080 in here. Bump, 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 bump. Bump,
See,
bump,
like the
bump,
970 isn't even a bad card, but the 1080
No, I mean-
was just such a leap.
It's just the series before the 1080, right?
Right, but that was one of the series where the generational leap was insane.
Where was that little black metal? Oh, here it is. Piece. There we go.
Like the jump to the 2080 wasn't that big a deal, right? When the actor is playing more than one role, like Mike Myers in Austin Powers 1, 2, and 3, and Eddie Murphy in Coming to America, yeah, and Eddie Murphy in The Nutty Professor.
Oh my god!
And Eddie
yeah.
Murphy in what was
I
that
loved
last
when
movie?
30 Rock made fun of Nutty Professor when they had Tracy Morgan doing a show just like that.
Like, just let other actors
And
play
he
the
sings, and then he's pretending to be the husband. Like, Tracy Morgan is so funny.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was a
God.
shame he got hit by a Walmart truck.
His, oh my god. His stand-up, or not his stand-up, but just his general, like, comedy vibe could go from, like, in your face to super nuanced. Like, when he was doing the thing on 30 Rock, pretending to be Nutty Professor, and pretending to be the wife singing a song at the dinner table, they pan to him dressed as the husband, and he's just going like this. Like, you could tell, like, he just silently loving it. I don't know. It was super good. Okay, this stuff is all in. Now we need a power supply. Let's get that Borg machine back out.
Oh, Peter Sellers and Doctor Strangelove, all terrible movies. I thought people loved Doctor Strangelove.
I finally watched the movie for the first time about, probably 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Thoughts?
I don't know. It was all right. Like, I mean, it's not a modern comedy, but it had its moments.
All right, let's see what.
Also, most modern comedies are friggin' terrible. So.
not really any modern comedies really anymore.
There were 4 power supply screws on the table earlier. Did those thrown in the garbage or what? Where did they go? What the H? Where did they go?
The hard drive in here's a 250.
Here
We're
they
not gonna
are.
be using this.
250, yeah. Like spinning disc?
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh, RS Matrix. Okay, he's being sarcastic. All right, okay, good.
It's a 7,200 RPM Seagate Barracuda.
Bruce, that stuff is just a gigantic ego trip for the actor. I like Doctor Strangelove, but the title character was a bit slapstick. Oh, God.
So I guess we're gonna use that 1 terabyte SSD
Okay.
for storage. You know what though? Like those 1 terabyte SSDs, like $60 now.
Oh, they're cheap, yeah. You may as well. It's not. That's not the M2, right? Or that's a
No, that's
SATA?
Yeah, it's just sitting on the shelf behind you.
Oh. I did not realize. Lovely thought. Oh, wait, is this upside down? No. It's cooler facing up. Or should the cooler be facing down? I think it's. I don't know. The marks from where the screws were facing the other way.
The writing is up.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Or is it supposed to be blowing air up against the GPU? I don't know. Whatever at this point.
Well, it'll be sucking air in here and blowing it out there.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to flip it and just see how that looks. Because the cables probably should be closer to that side of the case anyway.
It also might be old enough that it was meant for top mount.
Well, there's a filter underneath it for blowing out of the bottom of the case, right?
That'll be sucking.
Oh, okay. Here, flip it. If the logo's upside down. No, I think you're right. Yeah, okay. Or I think I'm right. I'm the best around. Nothing's gonna ever bring me down. That's PSU. More like PU. You gotta come closer to the edge than that.
Oh, I thought I had to.
One step closer to the edge. Or what was the?
And I'm about to break.
I had a joke about. I was saying I wanted to start a rock band, a rage rock band that extols the virtues of business networking and building your resume and call it LinkedIn Park. You're one step closer to a job. Now go take a break.
Never take a break.
That's what the world wants.
It's all about the grind. Grind set. Oh, here, I think
Well,
I know
I
how
also
we can make
wanted
this fit.
I also thought I'd start a prog rock band that extolled the virtues of Scientology called L. Ron Butterfly. Okay, enough stupid jokes. We gotta run some cables
All right,
for this monster.
the way to do it.
Absolute
With 2
monster.
people. Okay, where are you feeding?
So, first of all, let's get everything through to the back. So, I'll just start pushing a few things through there. Coming out the bottom. Here we go.
Okay, this is CPU power.
I don't know what that is. I'm just pushing everything through though.
Yeah, CPU power. So this, does this reach the CPU power spot?
It does, yes.
Let's just do them one at a time. Then we can be purposeful about where they go. Because some we might want to put a little higher up. Like, well, depending on what we're feeding through, right? Like, we may not shove them all through the same spots.
I don't know, the cables come right out of the power supply there.
Oh, right. We don't have a choice.
Okay, that was tight as hang on, let's just try one quick thing.
Try through there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it'll fit a little better. Yeah, I think that does. It's still very tight, but we got it.
Okay.
Hang on. There we go. All right.
Leave the PCI Express ones out, probably.
Oh, yes, okay. PCIe. Well, actually, you know what? We could even feed those through. Look, here comes board power. Here we go. RS Matrix, blowing versus sucking. Learn the difference can save your life. Oh my god.
He's not wrong. Oh my god, why do we have a 100 gigabyte laptop hard drive over here?
Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, we got a 1 terabyte 7200 RPM. Maybe we shove that in. Ah, you know, let's put an SSD in.
Okay. These.
Here,
These.
doing that, I'm going to attach this thing to one of these little sleds.
It's all about the cable management, folks. Dana, yay, rejoined stream and got a burp. Yeah, good man. More where that came from. Yeah, girl.
You guys don't have to smell it.
It's not that bad.
Says the guy who gets like, oh, it's so smelly every time I burp.
Yeah, it's you burp right after you've eaten like a coil of garlic sauce.
Well, that's the normal time to burp. You know, in Tibet, that's how you show people that you enjoyed the meal.
That's how you show them respect.
If you don't burp, it's considered rude.
If only we lived in such a nuanced society, you know?
We live in a society.
Alright, all this crap is coming through here now. Lovely. Alright, now.
These
First
sleds
we'll
were
do
not made for this.
Board pouvoir.
Oh, what's this? This one might be.
Here we go.
Okay. Well, work with what we got. Maybe we will wire these ones up towards the back.
There we go. Click it in.
There we are.
Hello, Bruce. Steve says, I shoved the USB plug through there because why not? You did? Okay. You're talking about that extra space there, Steve?
Where did these screws come from? Do you need them?
I don't think so. I think there's... I don't even remember.
That's good. That's the way it should be.
Diarrhea. Okay, PCI Express. Let's do that next.
Things getting diarrheal around here.
Shove that through the same one as board power. Both of these. And fish them on through just enough for the card.
Fish them on through to the other side.
Bring it down.
Oh, come on. I kind of want to get the LTT Precision driver just for the big magnet because I've been having trouble with the not having a magnet on the iFixit toolkit, but I just can't justify spending money on that.
How much is it?
I think $60 US.
And like we already have an iFixit toolkit, which is a perfectly fine toolkit. It just I wish I had the magnet, you know?
My kingdom for a magnet.
Boy.
Okay. GPU is almost done being plugged
Are we
in.
gonna put a Blu-ray drive in this?
There we go. I don't know. I hadn't considered it.
Oh, and wait, did the screw just fall right out immediately? That's hilarious.
Yes, yeah. It's on the bottom here. Whoop. We may have a bracket that you could use. I don't know.
That's fine.
Can you go get it?
It's fine.
Steve says, I shoved it everywhere. That's not. Then Dana says, careful, Steve, family channel. This is a Christian server? That's my favorite line. All right, Stack, you're kind of blocking everything on video right now. Do you want to come over to this side? Or?
All right, I got to work with the hard drive cage here real quick, and then I will be out of here.
Okay, slip this here.
And
What am I crunching?
taking a big crunch.
Crunch and a D.
I just love that KFC has the burger called the Big Crunch.
Yeah, maybe we will put this back on. I don't know. Who cares? It's just
What is it?
It's a USB that's plugged into the front. I don't know how that is working.
Oh, is that how you get the super speed USB port? Is you just plug that into a USB 3 on the back? It's just an extension cord?
Is it?
That would be amazing.
That would be horrifying.
absolutely incredible. I would
That's
love
so
that.
stupid. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go grab a SATA cable.
Okay, yeah. These here because this card won't stay forever. Are you doing a little JoJo Siwa dance there? Let's get these out of the way.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of these that were left over.
Oh, well then let's just use that.
Black and white. Doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Okay, SATA port.
Saw a thing online where Michael Jackson ate KFC every day for all 3 meals. Right near the end of his life. Very strange.
Yeah, that would be. It's totally not normal to eat that much fast food. Yeah, absolutely.
Do the other things that he did.
Yeah, I don't eat fast food all the time either. Basically, I learned today I'm like Michael Jackson.
Oh god, let's not do that. Hey, this is like case crap IO shields. I don't know. We got a bunch of random junk in here. I thought this was the IO shield were. Oh, this might be one of these things. Oh, yes, almost, not quite. The squares are different. This one, though,
Is that a Corsair case? Why, yes, it is.
also has
Nice
buttons.
eye. Good eye, Dinah. Good eye, mate. That's
Okay.
also good day, so it's hard to know what I'm saying.
Not anything in here. I had a thing that would have had IO shield. Maybe it's in switches and IO. I don't know.
Yeah, we wouldn't have one for this.
I don't think so.
If there was an IO shield for this, it's in the case that it came in.
Yeah, I don't remember which that would have been.
Remember, I think it was dirty as hell. It was like kind of nice. It wasn't the ammo box, but it was adjacent to that. It came.
Would it be like down there?
From Trev.
From who?
Trev.
Like Princess Auto guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think we got a PC from him though, or from them. Sorry. Anyway, let's move on to these pieces here.
Oh
So I'm
my
gonna
God.
feed some of these back. What do we have here? This is a lot of stuff.
It looks like it would connect to a hub of some sort.
This is power for something.
It looks like. Oh, this is fans. These are fan controllers.
Oh, okay. So this connected to this. Yeah, before. That I remember. This is your. Oh, you already used the SATA cable, right? Yeah. Okay. So put this underneath here, maybe. Or just in here. In general.
I do think we should include one of these, like an extra SATA cable for whoever gets this, just
This is
to be
SATA
nice.
power. You got SATA power already? Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna just tuck around.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Dana says, oh, Steve says, I has the same one and filled it with 98 terabytes of fun. Amazing. Dana, my gaming PC is a Corsair case mini ITX version. I actually have a Corsair case at home as well, and it's the one. It's the best case I've had so far for an actual daily driver.
Because you were too much of a coward to daily drive the Thermaltake level 10.
That's where you ended up.
That's right.
How would you have a place to call home if we didn't do that?
It
Or a
was-
a case to call home.
It was love at first sight. I saw the thing. I'm like, designed by BMW. I must have it.
Okay. Is it really?
Yep.
Oh
That's
god.
why it's so beautiful.
That's why it's so gaudy.
Hey. That was BMW in 2008 and 2009 when they still made good-looking stuff, not just grills with a car behind it.
I don't love the way that this is going to work. Steve, is that USB that comes out of the back supposed to be plugged into the USB 3 to power the USB 3 at the front of the case? Is it just an extender?
The best case scenario. Great pun.
How you guys doing?
Pretty swell.
Not too bad.
Unfortunately, our graphics card doesn't work.
So we had to use a different one in the meantime.
Ah, so you got a graphics card.
We have one now in here, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not in yet.
Not
Did you
as
just mount it?
powerful.
Oh, you put it in already. Hey,
Yep.
good job.
Look what I got for We Should Go.
What's that? Oh, the reno show. Yeah, I would do that.
Can
Yeah.
you take us to the renovation show?
Who's the Mr. Clean guy on the front?
I have no idea. Maybe it is Mr. Clean.
Daryl Holmes. I don't know.
What's his name that does the TV shows? John Holmes or whatever? his
Mike
name is?
Holmes.
Mike
Yeah,
Holmes?
I think John Holmes was a porn star, wasn't he?
You learn something new every day.
Mike Holmes. Yeah, maybe that's him with his head shape.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, I'll stick these up on the wall, so we'll have to go. January 10th to 12th. Cool. That's what you
Okay.
get for buying a mattress. You get free.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah, I gave you 4 free.
Well, I'm in the middle of home renos, so let's do it.
Okay. Fans.
Okay, Steve says mine came with a USB extender at the rear, and I did know why when the PDF for the case, or I have the PDF for the case. Oh,
Oh, check this out, Dan. Of course,
Steve, that'd be great.
It's just super dirty.
Yeah, that's what I told you. That's from Dana.
Hey.
Remember I said it's got the grommets to prevent it from vibrating or whatever?
See, because it looks like it's got the vomit.
The Vom Dog Millionaire?
Yes, that's the one.
One day we'll all be wearing gold diapers.
Where's that from?
SNL. It's from the Blue Oyster Cult Will Ferrell sketch.
Oh yeah.
Like, what does that even mean? Never questioned Bruce Dickinson.
Put my pants on like you, one leg at a time. Put my pants on and make gold records.
No,
Oh
let's
yeah,
do it.
cowbell. They gotta have more cowbell. That
Gotta
like,
have more cowbell, baby.
I love how somebody just like listened to that song, heard the cowbell in the background, was like, "Oh yeah, let's make a whole sketch about this," and it just became legendary.
Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah, but like at
Oh
SNL, someone's
my
like,
God.
"Oh, imagine being the guy playing the cowbell." Have you ever seen that sketch about like being hired in like the 1950s to play in like a Christmas song and like doing Jingle Bell Rock, and you're on guitar, and it's like Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock, ding,
Oh yeah.
and it's just ding.
It's important chords, man.
Yeah.
Do we need any intake air?
I wouldn't
I don't
worry
even
about.
think we have space for it because the size that we would need is like friggin'
Oh,
massive.
I mean, you can fit multiple
It's like a
sizes,
250.
but we don't have any hard drives to cool, so that's not a concern.
There's also no, unless you just want to screw it in the middle of the grill, but there's no actual slot for a regular fan for 120. Dana, hey, I did a thing. I have a fever, and the prescription's more cowbell. You're dang right. Dang right it is.
Honestly, on this one, we could probably just mount this fan on the top and call it a day. I don't even think we need a proper intake, but
No, we probably don't. I'm sure it's fine. Because the only stuff that we really got to worry about is CPU and GPU, and they already have their own coolers, and so long as we're venting properly, we okay, I assume.
yeah, actually, with the amount of space in this and how little hardware is in it, just a single exhaust fan is probably fine.
Okay, plug this in the back here.
You're 100% sure that there's only room for 200 millimeter?
Look at it. Unless you screw it into the grill, like I said. But look, there's the mounting points. One there, one there, one there, and one there. They are huge.
It's huge.
Freaking huge.
Huge, Tina.
It's
Gotta be huge.
gonna be huge, Tina.
Huge. Jonah.
Wait, there's. We already have PCIe plugged in. There were 2 PCIe or 4 PCIe cables. That's
Oh, you
insane.
can run 2 GPUs.
Insane in the membrane.
The 1080 is insane.
He's right, Dinesh. That chain is insane,
Whoa.
but not in the
Oh
membrane.
no!
Oh, there's one over here.
Yeah. The hardest part of this whole build is just bending over. Like our backs are just so.
And
bad.
where are you mounting that one? Top?
I don't know where I'm
Well, I'll feed these through and then put the side panel on so we can at least tilt it over.
Yeah, like I don't think this thing needs any air intake. Like I think we just leave it alone. Look, we've got so much mesh everywhere. If there's a fan grill on the side, I would say we put it on the side of the case, but there isn't.
Okay. Let's tilt her over.
And so much room for activities.
Tilt the whirl.
Okay, I'm gonna just put this away.
And let's rearrange our secondary camera.
Rearranged.
Wicked wild Limp Bizkit.
God, have you seen Fred Durst? He looks like alt rock grandpa, or say alt rock Santa now.
That's right. Rap rock Santa.
I think it's called alt rock or prog rock.
No, prog rock was Pink Floyd.
Okay,
And like those kind of bands.
then I think it's alt rock.
They were rage rock, rap rock. I don't know. They were the beginning of.
I used to follow Limp Bizkit memes, and they always used the term. Limp
right,
Bizkit
okay,
memes
well.
were so good.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that was a whole generation. That one. Okay, now we need a board chart so I can plug in all this front I/O. Let's pull it up on the old.
You know, his
cellular.
version of Behind Blue Eyes was the first one I heard. Didn't even know it was a cover at first.
Oh, Steve, thank you for sending the manual.
Oh, and same with Faith. It was years before I found out that Faith was a cover.
Oh yeah, George Michael, I think.
Yeah. Remember thinking like, who heard? Here's the song. Like, yeah, I could scream that.
Where's the board name again? Is the SSD covering it now?
This is a B450, right?
So what are you trying to look up?
The board layout, so I can plug in the front I/O.
Oh, new metal. NU metal. That was
Ah,
it.
there
New
you
metal. Doesn't it have it all labeled though? Like,
yeah, it's tiny.
I can read that. I'll do it.
Yeah, excellent.
Came into this world as a reject. Look into these eyes.
More people trying to get that free exercise bike, flipping out.
Really? What are they saying?
Like 4 messages. Does it work? Do you want me to take it tonight? I can come tonight. What's your address? What's your address? What's your address? How about shut up, idiot? Retro Techie. Bonjour, mon ami. Chocolate Starfish Hot Dog Flavored Water Time. I remember that album very well.
Yeah.
I got it for Christmas one year.
Funny.
He says, Retro Techie says, that tracksuit is dope. LTT, my friend. Stack is killing it. Steve says, similar enough manual. Yeah, so Steve sent us the manual for probably the full-size version of this tower.
Sorry, there's a bigger one?
If not, maybe this one is the big one. But Steve, what did he say?
It's hard to
Says,
imagine a bigger community.
Couldn't find 600T manual, but 780T is similar. Case debuted in 2010. God dang. Says the 600T mid tower is the one that he believes we had. He said, I'm afraid to see what a full case would be. Yeah, it's huge. It's freaking huge.
Huge.
Tina.
It's gonna be huge, Tina.
Tina. How long have we been on for now?
Just over 2 hours.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, just under 2 hours.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum.
Which one's positive? Where's the plus and the minus? Like, is the red wire positive or is the white wire? The white wire is usually negative, right?
Huh?
So the white wire is usually negative.
Well, the arrow on there should indicate positive, I believe.
Which one's the?
If you flip it over
Oh,
and
there we
look
go.
at-
And you're positive.
Well, I'm never positive about anything.
I
I'm an idiot. This is an Asus.
hate when people say Asus, even if that's correct.
Yeah, Asus can lick my taint. But not if they want to sponsor a video.
Every time we ask them for a sponsorship when we hit it big, they'll be like, they'll just send a clip of you saying that.
This looks pretty. That's the board, yeah. B450 Plus.
set of caps. Yeah, I think so. Busting it.
All
Going
right.
good.
So far, so good.
Is there a? We don't have the little speaker, so I think we're good.
Awesome. Okay, then we got to plug in the USB and stuff. This one, we look up a manual. Good
I
stuff.
have a funny Dollarama story.
All right, hit us
Okay,
I
up.
just
Let
opened
us.
up my stickers for Christmas gifts, and there's like 6 stickers. I can see on one side, 6 on the other. It says at the top, it says 18 pieces. I open it up. There's only 2 pieces of stickers, so there's only 12.
Oh, that's why it's a Dollarama.
And the other thing is, who's going to complain? What can you do? And I bet you every package is the same.
Oh, probably.
They probably made
Like,
the mistake on the labeling, and then Dollarama bought it cheap.
Yeah,
Possibly, yeah.
we'll
That's
just
how they get a
ship
lot of
this
stuff.
off.
Like if you notice when you buy candy from there, oftentimes it's like it's a variety pack, but there's like it's almost entirely one of the varieties because it didn't pass QA. So the quality assurance department fires them off to the dollar store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought like the Hot Wheels gummies, and yeah, it was like 6 of one and 2 of the other, and then I bought another package and there was 3 varieties. So like there was more than the 2. These just didn't get sorted properly.
That's too good.
Yeah, well, that's how they get stuff. Are you familiar with the concept of binning?
I don't know.
So when you're manufacturing stuff, it's not all going to be the same quality. So all the stuff that
Oh,
passes
it's-
quality assurance gets put into a good bin,
Yes, okay.
and all the stuff
other
that doesn't
goes
pass
into the-
gets, and all the
discount
stuff
bin.
that's like completely unusable gets like put in the other bin. But there's also another thing that some factories do where they'll just run a night shift. So like let's say they're making Samsung LCD panels. So they're every day they operate for Samsung. Samsung pays for all of the factory space, whatever. At night they bring in a night shift they don't tell Samsung about. They run them.
And they knock out a whole pile of panels for themselves.
Yeah. So they're almost the same, and they might be the same quality, but they're not checking.
They're not checking.
No. So like sometimes you buy cheap stuff and it's amazing, and sometimes maybe it's not.
It's cheap because.
I'll take some binned Mac Mini, please, says Steve, and yes, absolutely.
What?
Binned Mac Minis.
Oh, I don't think this board, like the 1394 connector, I think is for the FireWire, and I don't think this board has it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, whoever buys this isn't going to have a FireWire thing anyway.
Yeah, not likely, especially if they're a youth.
How am I supposed to plug in my first generation iPod?
Or like
a jazz drive?
Do
from-
bins get binned? Actually, yes. There's a whole story about Rubbermaid with that in Walmart and, pull
Okay.
economics.
We got HD audio, AC97, USB. Here's USB again.
That case has FireWire, which ironically is also how I feel when I pee.
who said that?
Me.
Oh. Figured that was the chat.
I used to really enjoy at the end of Friends when all the jokes about Joey were about how it burns when he pees.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't
Okay.
want a substandard bin. Well, then don't buy modern Rubbermaid products.
Actually, we might even have a PCI FireWire card in the input cards bin, but that's
Well,
an
why
even
would
worse.
why would we waste that on this?
Yeah, good point. Okay, HD audio. Where's audio? And
Pronounce
AC97.
HD, Dan? PC Binway. Oh man, PCB Way. Didn't they reach out to work with us? We're like, I don't know what we'd have you make. And I think they just wanted to like the promo was going to be that we get the PCB custom made and like, cool. We don't need that. We'll work with them in the future if we ever can think of something.
Okay, so we only need HD audio, I think.
Yeah, you don't use the other audio.
Where is the audio? Is that COM?
Are you calm? I'm calm.
Wait. Oh no, right here. P.
And
I think that's everything.
I think we are in business for the most part. Oh wait, hang on. We got all these little fan
Okay, before we
headers
go.
and junk. Is that a fan? No, that's not a fan. What are these?
Connected to.
Just want to see if this is
Oh, I think this is the fan controller. That's probably what that dial is, right?
Hmm?
The fan controller.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, does that power the fan controller? What you
I
talking
don't know
about?
where these go.
Oh yeah, those are for fans.
With this one though, this is probably powering it, right? Does that just go on a 3-pin fan? Or where would that go?
Do you have one from the power supply for that?
think so. Would it not just be a board pinout or a fan pin?
Seems a little weird. What does the manual say? Didn't Steve send it to you?
Yeah, good question. Let's have a look. Let's pull it up.
Take a look. It's in the book.
Take a dump, though. Okay, Steve, there we go. Manual, here we go. 780T, the real mother. All right, what do we got? Connect the front I/O connectors. All right. Whew, getting some numbness down the leg from the old back injury. Oh, yeah. That ain't uncommon. Okay, we don't have the big USB 3.0 connector, but that's the front doesn't have 3.0 on it.
Apparently, this is just a drive full of ROMs.
Um,
This really should be a Windows installer, but
oh, this one doesn't have the dial on it. Shoot. This may not
what's the
actually
name of
tell
the-
us what we need.
what's the model number in this case?
This is a 600T, according to Steve.
I'll just look up the manual online.
Yeah. Wait, what do we got here? Oh yeah, power the case fans. Connect the SATA power to the PSU SATA cable. I didn't see a SATA power. Connect
Hold
the
on,
3
I'm
or
just
4
looking at
pin
the
fan
600T.
to the case fan header. Okay, I thought. Did we already not connect the fan? Yeah, I think we did. And push the fan speed selector button on your case to toggle speed. All right, well. None of this has been super helpful.
Yeah, hold up.
This is the fun part of a live stream. I'm sure our audience is just...
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you want to talk to the audience while I just look this up?
There's no manual online, just a spec sheet. Even Corsair doesn't have it on their site, but I'll check archive.org. Thank you, Steve. Dan, make sure your government knows that you need to have your surgery and recovery completed by VCF Midwest next year. Yeah, I would love that. I don't think they're taking calls right now. I am on a list, though, to talk to a surgeon, so we'll see. We'll see. Not my favorite idea, but we'll see. We could always try it, and if we don't get any responsiveness, we can just plug it in and see how it goes.
Oh, I think I got it right here.
Oh, there you go. Graphite series.
Yeah. And you're right, it's not a manual.
Yeah, okay. Spec sheet. Well, do you want to try boot it and see what happens?
Pop it up. Let's pop off the side panel. I bet you there's a power connector. That was like for 4-pin or something for fans.
Take a look.
Yeah. And let's mess up all of your sweet cable management.
That's okay. Do you want me to push those back? They're up here.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Just pop it onto the CPU, or sorry, onto the like fan header number 1 and just call it a day.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
Where's fan headers? I don't think they're labeled.
Should be. There should just be 4 pins sticking out. There should be cha fan.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't say fan. Oh wait, yeah, cha fan. There's one.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, AIO pump. That's not
Yeah.
it.
No, cha fan's good. Any cha fan.
Oh, they're both. Okay, yeah, never mind. Here we go. Here we go.
So much room for activities in this.
This bloody computer.
Strong language in some places. Not here, but Some places.
Other cultures.
Hey. Like a
Oh,
glove.
you know what? This needs thicker pins than that. This isn't gonna fit a fan header. I don't know what this is. It comes out of the dial, but like it is
Let's
not standard.
Let me see. That?
Is that supposed to be power supply? Let's see.
That is really weird.
Okay, well,
Well, we'll see if the fan spins. If it doesn't, why don't we just connect it to the motherboard and call it a day?
I think it is directly connected to this already, though.
Okay.
That single.
Yeah, but like, are we powering that in any way?
I don't know. Nobody.
Oh,
knows.
also,
I just want to take one last.
this
peek.
USB thing, Dan.
Yeah.
This really should be on the slot above the graphics card.
Well, I just didn't want to drag it over the motherboard
What do you mean?
for management because it'd have to sit on top of the Mobo.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any major board power connectors coming off this. Or wait, oh yeah, 1394.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Oh, another commercial, but it's not the ad blocker. It's Midpoint Industries, and the next is Carolina Biotech. You going back to school? Huh? Hey, buddy?
It's on properly. Oh, this was all tucked in. Now it's not. You truly did ruin the cable management.
Important. I gotta say, you know, for the extra $5 you spend on a Noctua fan, just like the extra little accessories that they give you are so well worth it.
Okay, let's get this thing plugged in and see if we got it working.
Yeet. Got this thick boy power cable. Yep.
There we go. That fits much better. Awesome. And
Yeah.
then we got the keyboard plugged in. Good, good, good. Graphics card.
And just remember, you never put your side panel on until it posts.
Remember, you never do anything ever.
Ever. Not even once.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
Let's make it visible. We're live streaming.
What? Since when?
Okay. That's it, I think, right?
I think so. What
Flip
could
on our power switch.
possible I be missing?
Okay, who's ready? Everyone ready? If you're watching this at home,
Oh, we need the Windows 10.
take off your
installer.
pants. Oh, hang on. And now we're ready. Okay, pants off, shirt off. Bleh. And spinning. Nice and
Where's the-
quiet.
Because there's like, oh, the fan's spinning.
Do we have video?
Did you just plug it into the motherboard?
The fan?
Yeah.
No, I plugged it into that thing.
Really? Still?
Yeah. Okay, Windows is loading.
Yeah, this makes no difference.
Yeah, I think we've got it set up improperly. That's why. We got to do a little research, I think.
You know what, man? I would just plug the fan into
Bruce says it's hot here in Sydney. Pants came off ages ago.
leg prisons.
I respect that, Bruce. I respect that.
You respect the hustle.
I respect the bustle.
It's nice that it's hot there because it was like minus 28 ambient here. Ambient.
Okay, we just got the Asus thing in. Is it looping? Yeah, it's looping.
No? Now it's on.
It was already there, though. It already went through all that once.
Why did my PC restart? There's a problem keeping us from getting your PC ready to use.
What? Someone want to die?
So aggro. Oh, hey, look at this. We're already into the setup.
Sweet, I'm going to slide that over.
It defaults to United States, and then we have to just scroll up. No, it couldn't possibly be alphabetical. No, not a chance.
Yep.
We should have set up Chad's PC as being in Chad.
US keyboard layout, who cares?
I don't have internet. Aha! Now I can create a local
We
user
tricked you,
account.
Windows 10.
Continue with limited setup.
Oh my God.
Don't you want the full setup? No, limited.
I am getting hungry.
Yes. This is one of the old tricks, making the username so that you can just copy. We don't need the password.
You know, let's get a little snow cam going here. Let's see.
You know, say that to me, snowman, I'm gonna blame. Let you bomb down.
African snow cam now. Here we go, gang. Ugh.
Don't track me, bro.
Don't tease me, bro.
All right, folks, we're going outside. Let's have
Careful,
a
careful, careful.
Not quite yet. There we go.
There's only one functioning USB 3
There's a
port
person
left.
in their car there. They're probably gonna think, "Ooh, they're looking at me."
Well, maybe they shouldn't have parked outside of a film studio.
Turn down the street already, you freaking animal. All right, there we go. That's how things look right now. You used the droid cam last time, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
It was much more
Probably a
effective.
better idea.
And much less stress on the USB port.
Double chin.
I think we could put the side panel on this.
I do think so as well. It looks like we have a successful computadora, or a computer, as some might say.
Oh, jeez.
Our shout out to our friend Rory, who would say computer.
I thought you would say poop.
I think it depends on how hard an umlaut he's using. That.
Oh, I get it. Depends. Cooper depends. Yeah.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Jeez. I could let that burp out. Jeez.
You ever take a sip of water and then just belch yourself into submission?
No, my gastrointestinal tract works properly.
Yeah, mine doesn't.
Hey! All right. Let's plug in an Ethernet cord and let it update for a million years and call it a day.
Awesome. Yes. Awesome. Wait. Some of our do a dad dance. The Egyptian. Oh, you can't even see it behind all this stuff.
There you go.
Oh yeah, there it is. All right. Shout out to Egypt and the African continent.
Hey,
All right.
hey, North Africa.
This reminds me of about an hour ago with my computer. Having to let it update or what? You need to play a game on it before you finish the stream, says Bruce. What do we do? What do we play?
I don't have any games.
What's the quickest one to install?
FTL. Oh, okay. No, that drive full of ROMs. We can play Super Mario 64 HD version.
Ooh, sick actually.
That should just boot natively.
Do you have a controller that'll?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, that Xbox 360. Does Dad still have his USB Xbox 360 controller? You want to see if he can grab it? In his living room, probably?
We have USB Super NES controllers. With
Oh, right. Hold on. Randy's,
There's two of them right there. There's three of them right there.
Where's Randy's with the USB hub?
He's at the bottom. See the three of them on that shelf?
So this is actually super sweet. Let me show everybody. It has the USB hub modded into it. Is it not showing up on the... There we go.
Okay.
You know what? Let's do this extra jank. Let's see if we can run it off of the controller. Here. Okay, plug the controller in.
Looking for smooth inputs, right?
Smooth, predictable inputs.
Oh, Minecraft? Yeah, actually.
You want to go...
Oh, they gotta log into Microsoft and all that junk.
Never.
What do you want me to do?
Just open up Mario 64 on here. Does it work? Can you see the drive?
Yeah, ROMs.
Yeah. Is Mario 64 in there?
Smash Remix.
No? So not like just a Super Mario 64. Yeah, Mario. Are you gonna play this with a Super Nintendo controller?
We don't have an N64 controller.
Yeah, I'd probably play with an Xbox controller. Here.
I don't think any of this is even working. I'm not sure this is really the game that tests the system, but DJ Craze Minecraft kidding. Mac 84, how do you, what's that? Mac 84, how do you know I just opened the oven door to see if the turkey button popped yet?
Here, plug this in.
Okay. I'll just pull out Windows 10 installer. There we go.
Oh, put in the front panel one. Make sure it works. No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
Oh, well. Okay, I'm plugging it back in. There we go. We gotta wrap this up.
Oh no, we just had the display driver update.
Oh.
Okay. USB gamepad is set up and ready to go. But now Mario 64 is frozen.
Look at that. We've drained all the goodwill in the room. We're down to 8 viewers from 16.
Hey, they requested this. We were about to go.
Oh, there we got audio. Nice.
Oh, there's speakers on here.
HD audio. Jeremy, good to see you. Thank you for maintaining with us all the way. Steve, too. Bruce, too. The real ones are here, right, gang? Oh, I was doing this. Yeah. That's the money maker right there. Steve says just play a quick game of Civ 4.
I don't think we can get this working. This is going to require some like controller configuration.
Yeah, but you know what, though? This at least proves that we have audio, we have video. The machine is showing a pulse.
Indeed.
Am I right? I'm thinking Stac and I will probably take this offline. We'll fit a 1080 in it, and then we're actually planning to do a number of PC builds because, like we said before, and as you can see here, there are too many parts for us to handle mentally and physically. That's why this is make it or drown. We just drained out 2 of our 4 graphics card boxes. We removed everything like a 6 series and down just because none of that stuff is really useful in a build anymore. Even a crappier build. So we're going to sell some old graphics cards and then we're going to build computers with the rest. We got a ton of cases too, tons of RAM, like stupid amounts of RAM.
The scammers are excited. They keep messaging me about the graphics cards.
Yeah. Hey, I'll send you a deposit, right? You just send me more of a deposit and then I'll keep it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I'll send you a deposit. I'm like, great. I just want you to know if you're e-transferring me, I will not send you an e-transfer for any reason. If you decide you don't want this, I will not give you your money back. And then like, oh.
Yeah. The last time that happened, I was sitting there. We were playing poker here at our dad's got a poker room in the back, and we were playing cards. And I got a guy that messaged me about one of the things I was selling. He's like, "Oh yeah, do you mind if I send an e-transfer? My brother can come pick it up in 3 days." And I just sent an audio message back of, and then he was like, "Lol," and I was like, "Yeah, respect to you for actually being there in the moment, but yeah, I'm never gonna do that." Okay. Was that a Sun System Ultra 1 I just noticed there? Well, let's have a look at the wall again. There's lots of rare stuff on this wall. I don't think it was a Sun, though. We have...
Bring the droid cam over.
We don't have any Suns.
Actually, I'm going to turn that camera off, actually, the webcam.
Okay, so here's the droid cam.
Yeah. So, also, yeah, we wanted to do a vintage build, but that is going to require a little more pre-planning. Like, we're going to have to make sure that we have all of the necessary hardware. Today, actually, we were just like, okay, we can do this today. What do we have available? This was an easy one. Also, we're kind of hoping to sell this and like pay the rent here for a little bit, like maybe a month or so. And then, yeah, we really do want to do some vintage builds, and we're just going to have to actually get the hardware together before the stream. Because if you were just to sit here watching us go through the pile, I don't think that would be as exciting as you might think.
Actually, here's the whole place right now.
Oh, it's a mess. Oh, show them all the Dance Dance Revolution pads.
Oh, yeah, we just picked up, like...
Wait, why are you holding this on the tripod? Just take it off the tripod.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is so unnecessary.
How many dance pads did we pick up again?
7.
And a bin full of Xbox 360s, which is just down there. But anyway, we've got the Odyssey. This thing is, like, brand new, basically. Same with...
Dana says, Color Classics.
Beautiful pet.
Steve says, I'd watch you go through the pile. That's all I do.
Some monitors up top.
DJ Cray says, an Orban Optimod FM? I'm seeing things.
The old work group, the K-Pro.
A beautiful UMax too.
Atari 800.
Altair 8800.
All our dance pads.
Yeah, we got that water-cooled 6th gen Intel build that we'll be
All
doing.
this stuff here that doesn't really get much camera time at all.
You gotta like shout it towards the mic when you're over there, Dan.
Oh, right, yeah.
Here, hold on. Let me get the monitor out of the way of the mic so that you can just shout.
It's all good. Not as much to say at the moment,
You have so much to say, Dan.
but
Look the Orban up.
we got some software and all this junk.
And all that junk. Oh, that would be a great song for us to do.
Yeah, we're in the business of songs.
Anyway,
Anyway,
everybody loves a good parody song.
we could probably call it there. I'm thinking.
Yeah, let's do it.
Whoops. All right.
Just end it in your mouth again.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, wave to the people, Stack. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
You guys have a good night. Thanks for joining us for the live stream, and we'll be doing lots more of these coming up soon. And don't worry, we'll get back to pre-recorded content one of these days.